Hello people. Good afternoon people. You know we're here again. This is your boy Hothead Kevin Konsious Davis. Here with another video. My co-host for today is Haji. Haji is back to answer your questions. All the persons who wanted to ask Haji a few questions, we are back so you can ask your question. Remember, Haji is a trans man. He's been on testosterone for 7 years. If you watched the video last week Tuesday, then you would know a little about Haji. So now come prepared with your questions. Haji is right here. Let me know if the volume is up and if you can hear us clearly.
Bro, how's the lighting?
Plug in with your phone so I can read the comments.
Oh,
Just go on my YouTube. Just go on the YouTube channel.
hold on. Does I go straight from the WhatsApp from here where you sent it to me?
You could do that, or you just go on YouTube and find YouTube itself. Hold on, people. Yes, people, you don't know. Another day about to make another video. Me and my boy.
Hey, how's it going? Do you know what to get from there?
I wanna go to YouTube.
Yeah. Hold on.
And I know I bought my iPhone.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know if it's from there like that. There's a different way I did it. Should be there.
So, people, what's up?
How's it going? How many people out there?
I'm
I can't even see.
My daughter was supposed to give me the tablet and she forgot.
Are you serious?
Because I was running out.
We will
I
be
even
with
left
you
my wallet.
shortly. The video just started.
I even left my wallet. That's how much I was hurrying not to be late. Alright, so we'll do this. We'll have to turn on the volume. So we'll read the comments from here so you can see how many persons are here. 9 persons are watching.
Oh,
Colin,
okay,
bless up yourself.
yeah.
Venica, bless up yourself. Thank you for being here. Maribel, respect due. Ted, respect. Skeeta, Wagwan. Lataya, bless up. Colette, bless up. Alright, so my people rolling in the building one by one. Somebody just drop the link in the WhatsApp group so that the persons in the group can know that we're here. Colette, drop the link in the WhatsApp group because I haven't seen everyone here as yet. Let me know if the video quality is good and the volume is good. If anything, we can change our position if you're not seeing us clearly. I'm okay with it the way it is. You wanna open this a little? We'll get just a little bit more lighting. Because me black. One of the people I'm see my nice self. Yeah, that good. Perfect. So people, those who wanted to ask Haji questions pertaining to his transition journey, get your questions ready. So yes, we were just doing an upload the other day, so I never went into the details about Haji. And persons messaged me on WhatsApp saying they would love to talk to him some more. Persons from school.
Oh, persons from school?
Yeah, 2 persons from school, so they
Which kind
didn't
of
even
persons?
know. Should I call her name out loud?
Yeah, you can put them on blast, yo.
Sharifa, so she didn't know.
Oh, okay.
We 2 classes together. And Cindy Dreads.
Oh yeah.
So she's
Placement.
a trans, and I'm like, yeah. I was like, well, he doesn't say much. He doesn't look it. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm not sure if they're gonna be here, but they said they would tune in. So let us see. Hi Tracy, what's going on? So today my guest has been on the program last week. He was on the program last week Tuesday, and so he's back this week Tuesday. So you can ask all your questions, and
Did the people from like IG join or something?
I'm not seeing them yet. When they come, then they will say.
Cause that's why I was gonna just go on the phone and be like, "Oh, we're on the live."
Yeah, you can do that, but you can't be on this for too long. Or you wanna bring your laptop or something?
I have to get my sister's laptop, yo.
Because I need something to read the comments from if the phone is gonna be there. Shay was supposed to give me the tablet, and for some reason she let me drive out and leave the tablet. So.
There you go. I don't even know if the girl's on the laptop. That's the thing.
You can go on this and come back. Just don't make it too long. Don't be out for too long.
Alright, yo, let me see who's...
So, yes people, thank you for being here. Natasha, respect. She made me leave the tablet for some reason. I told her to try the tablet.
She didn't even tell you, eh?
And yeah, the amount of gadgets in my house, everything, I should not walk out without whatever. So
let's see if anybody joined the live on here.
Oh, you wanted to do the live while you're on this live on IG?
We could do it like that, but like that's if anybody joined right now, yo. Cause they know we're supposed to do the video. Some people.
Because I would prefer having them on YouTube where they can ask their
Yeah,
questions.
because you can send them there if they drop up in here, right? That's what I was saying, but hold on, let me end it.
Just put a message and let them know we're over on YouTube. So people, run on with the questions. Persons who wanted to ask Haji questions, run on with the questions. Because we're here to answer your questions. Forget the tablet. And then my hands are gonna be in it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give you the phone just now. Let me just post on live and I'll see.
How old is E? You wanna tell them your age?
Yeah, I can tell them. Or they wanna take a beautiful guess.
Who wants to guess Haji's age? Oh, you know what I wanted later on? Maybe show them a picture when you were a girl if you're okay with that. Only if you're okay with that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because people sometimes don't really believe that we were what we were before we got to where we are now. So I'm like, okay. So do you want to tell them your age? Not a question, but I hope the bros can link up real soon. Come on, once you come Canada, link up a good day. Kenny and Shella, what's up? Kenny and Shella have a question. So before Kenny and Shella, they ask about the age. Hi Rita, what's up?
Thank you for being here. The age is 31.
So Aji is 31 for the person who asks the age. And Kenny and Shella asks, do you have any children, biological or other?
No, I don't.
Are you stepfather for any?
No.
Okay. Any dogs, any cats?
Want to, but as my mom, she does not want any pets inside here. You know, Caribbean, they believe it's supposed to be outside, so
yeah. The way we were socialized. Alright, somebody asked, are you married?
No.
Are you
what?
Are you taking the same repetition, two different persons?
Wait, what?
So one person says, are you married?
No, I'm not married.
Says, are you taken?
No, I'm not.
So not married, not taken, single. Anybody, any takers? Anybody wants to meet my trans friend, you know, we can always link up. But basically, one of the questions that I did not get to address the other day, something that I always think about, because people just believe that trans men are very promiscuous. We touched on that earlier on, right? They believe that we're very promiscuous, and I would like for us to get into that some more. Because I tend to tell people that we are human beings just like everyone else, and the fact that we're searching for love, we may have to bounce around a little. So why should we be categorized that because we're trans, like we have two different spirit, two different hormones? So it's like this week, this month we want to be with this person, and next month we change to somebody else. Can you just shed some light into that? Because it's not really that what it is for me.
No, I don't think trans people are promiscuous. It depends on what you're talking about. Like some people are into sex work. It depends. But I wouldn't say promiscuous. Are you talking about like going to different partners?
Different partners. The more
different partners,
for trans men, because they're saying that we take on the male behaviors, so we take the negative behaviors as well. Like we become players and all of that.
Yo, that's with anybody.
It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be a trans
exactly.
person. Lesbians are very. When I identified as like a lesbian stud, like they're out there. Like, very playful. It doesn't matter. Even gay men, the same thing.
Just like
it's just the same thing. It's just like, it's the luck. Yo, it's just the luck of the whoever you can find in the seeds. If you're lucky, right? You get somebody good. You get somebody playful. It just depends. But I think trans people go from different partners is because you may date somebody and then they say they're for you. And then when like 2 months down the lane, they're not interested. Or some people like use you. You know, like I said before, there's lots of chasers out there, and then sometimes you may think you're with somebody, and you're like, you think you were into them, but you're really not. That just goes for anybody if you wanna. If you're
Yeah, it's
dating,
just like the whole dating process. Sometimes you're like a
you have
person
to go to.
spirit and vibe, and after a few months of being with the person, you don't feel the same way again.
Yeah.
And then people feel like you abuse them or you use them. Like it's just a cycle of life. Even if they were not us, everybody go through that phase where you're dating and you love the person, you like the person, and then sometimes on the future something happen or things happen and you don't feel like this is the person for you anymore. You want to move on. Like when we move on, we are always seen as the bad person. Why?
Trans people you're talking
Yeah,
about?
trans men. They always say we're the bad ones, we're the users. I've heard. I tried dating a woman and she told me that no, I can't date a trans because I hear you people are very aggressive. You beat your woman and all these things.
Nah. She just been in like she's been in a very bad place. I think sometimes it's not to say that trans people are ignorant. Sometimes as a person before you transition, you're trying to find yourself as well, right? So if you're trying to find yourself, you can't give somebody your all until like you're fully transitioned. Like when I was like, I thought I was a stud. I was with somebody. I didn't know who I was, so I couldn't give them my all. So I had to move myself from that. Why would you want me to stay and use you, right? So wouldn't you want me to move on and grow as a person?
I spoke about that on my live too about 2 weeks ago when I was telling him that my fiance and I we were together before we broke up because I wanted to find myself. Because when we were dating when I was still in the capacity of a lesbian as a stud, even though I keep telling people I'm not a stud. I'm a man trapped inside of a woman's body. Not a lot of people would understand what that means until I did my own research and I went to therapy and I spoke to my counselor and she's like, I think you're a trans and you should start accepting yourself for who you are and then you'll be better able to love somebody and settle down with somebody.
Yeah, I feel
so
it.
Just as you said, we can't give our all if we don't know what our all is. My interpretation of what you said, because if you're living the life of a stud and you're forced to be in the closet when that is not who you are, then you won't be living your truth. So when you come out as a trans, it's better for you to have a relationship now because you can tell people who you are in its entirety and they choose if they want to be with you.
Yeah, fast. Because when like I was like, I didn't identify as a stud, but like people see me as that, and then you would tell them, oh, I feel this way. They would be like, oh, well, I can't be with you because I like women. Like, you know, it's better to just find yourself and then you start dating.
Yes, Kenny and Shella, he is available. Kenny and Shella is a married lesbian. They live in Canada. They have a YouTube channel too. Bless up yourself. Let me see. A question. Are you planning to have any children in the future, like with a partner?
Yeah, I would like to adopt.
So you don't want your partner to give birth?
If they want to.
Okay.
Yeah, but I still would like to adopt, like, in the different, give a child a chance from another country, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you know Jamaica want a father. How'd you want to adopt somebody? Anybody in the island, because he's from Jamaica, so you never know. Anybody in Barbados have a child they want to put up for adoption? Link up with me. You never know. Colette was asking the same thing. Do you want kids? True. So they're saying yes to what we're saying. Cooley Reed wants to know. I want to know how long it take for you to realize your voice is much more masculine. How long before you notice changes in your voice?
Within like the first 2 months, you hear a crack, breathe. It just keeps going lower and lower and lower, and then that's just where you stay, right? Like within like probably like the 7th month mark, I think that's the voice right there.
Because similar for me, within the first 3 to 4 months, I realized the difference. I stopped singing, period, because I couldn't hit the high notes anymore.
Yeah,
I used to be a singer and I used to go out and perform, and when I hit the high notes, I realized that, oh, this is not high anymore, it's low. And then I'm like, yeah, because in the earlier stages before I started the testosterone, I used to fake my bass voice to sound more masculine and look more masculine. After the first 3 months, I don't have to fake it anymore, it just come natural.
Yeah, I feel it.
Even if I try to speak like a girl now, it sounds so weird because it's like fake. It's like so fake trying to fake it.
Yeah, I feel it.
You know, so Kelly Brown's adopt me. You know, it's Kelly Brown and Sharifa. Big up Sharifa.
Yo, Sharifa, out of here.
Hey, Sher.
Adopt me.
Sharifa, how'd you move your up on your kids? Them, not you. You're too old. You're already set in a year ways. So, as it relates to the future, what are your I would say short-term goals within the next 5 years or so?
I would like to be a counselor for like trans youth. That's for like short term, well, for mostly like long term. Plus, I want to move out of my mom's place for sure. I want to move out there and start up with the magazine, the LGBTQ2+ magazine as well. Get some pictures, get to know some people, and I want to get to know more trans people within the community as well. That's for sure, because you got to stick together.
Okay, dokie. Well, for me, I'm hoping you're getting a call.
Oh my god.
For me, I'm trying to get a bunch of things up and running for the next 5
Yeah,
years.
Yeah, that's supposed to happen.
Because I want to do my top surgery. I'm like practically waiting for the confirmation because I got like 3 dates and I'm supposed to choose.
Yo, I'll call you
between
back
the 3 of them.
in 20 minutes. I'm
I
just
gave
doing the
them
live
my
right now.
first choice and my second choice.
Alright.
I'm just waiting the doctor's
He's calling me about
secretary
tattoos
to call me back and let me know which of the dates I got. So, fingers crossed, I'll be doing my top surgery very soon.
Oh, you were talking about like
Within 5 years, whatever future it is, 5 years, what you see yourself doing, buy a car, buy a house, move out, it's just open.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I would like to like
19
make sure
people on the live, guys. Thank you for being here. Remember to give the video a thumbs up. Just a moment, you're here with Kevin, the host. Journey with Kevin, and my co-host for today is Haji, Transman on transition. I'm also a trans man going through my transition. I've been on testosterone 15 months. Haji's been on testosterone for 7 years and a few months. So we're just here exploring, giving people a more insight in depth of who we are as trans men. Haji sometimes goes with the non-binary because different people, different stroke, different folks. Each person is better to explain themselves for who they are. One of my person in my column, in my comment section last week, wanted to find out like if we know of any trans who date men, like what would that be like if that's anything that I'm gonna bring forward in the near future. I'm telling the person that I know people who date men, trans men who date men, but they're not open with it. Because for me, I like girls and I don't have any intention in liking guys anytime soon. Every time this is so definitely because it just sounds so weird.
What?
Because like me saying liking guys in the near future anytime soon is just not my thing. But to each his own. But like
and then sometimes the hormone replacement therapy, it tends to act up with certain sexual feelings, and then sometimes a lot of people, they say they haven't been with a man, then when after they transition they end up
being with a
with
man.
men, because I talked to like trans guys before.
Yeah, because I spoke to a few of them who have the
try to date,
and some tried the dating and it didn't work. Some have had sex with them and it's just like a feeling, it's just like a vibe. Like I was having a talk with somebody recently and I'm like, people do things for different reasons. Like we were talking about the topic of cheating at a bar the other night, and somebody was saying, why do people cheat and all these things? And I'm saying, I said to the woman, the female one version, I said, you live at home, right? She's like, yes. I said, do you cook? She's like, yes. I said, how often do you cook? She's like, 5 to 6 days a week.
Right.
And I said, what do you do on the 7th day? She's on the 7th day I do take out. So I'm like, you realize where this conversation is going? She's like, no, you tell me because I'm drunk. I'm like, then if you cook 6 days a week and then you take out on the 6th or the 5th or the 7th day, so why do you feel like when you're in a relationship you shouldn't have takeout sometimes? To each his own. I'm not saying go out there and have another relationship inside of a relationship, but take your family to dinner. She was like, you're crazy. You mean I should take my man with me to go have fun? I'm like, why not? People do it. I'm not saying this is who you are, but if that is what you have to do to keep your relationship, nobody has to know. It's between you, your husband, your boyfriend, and the other person. Because there is variety out there, and if the man going to complain every day saying want variety, maybe you should bring the variety to him. I don't know, just saying. Just saying. So there was this guy who liked me and he was telling me that, oh, I like your shape and everything. I'm like, you know that I'm a trans, right? He's like, I know, but if I'm gonna be with a man, I'd rather be with a trans. I'm like, why?
No, that's a chaser.
He's like, why? Because I don't want to feel like I'm gay. I'm like, what the hell?
No, those people, once you see that, you shut it down.
I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, it's not my thing, bro, but bounce, keep on bouncing. You'll find somebody else out there who is okay with that. I was saying to him, you can go on Grindr, because a lot of trans men are on Grindr. People. Yeah. Hey Melissa, what's up? How are you doing? RF Renee, I think this is Renee from school, I swear. RF, I think this is Renee from school.
Nice to see RF. I don't know. Just ask them like, are you from? Yeah.
I
Well,
think
are
it's
you
Renee
from our
from
school?
Sentinel.
Yeah. Let me just shut the door here.
Sounds good. Any surgeries yet? Terry, big up yourself. Hey Terry, what's up? How are you tonight? Also, you're working with Venica's login. That's alright. Enough love, bless up. So
Any surgery?
any surgeries yet? If yet, how was the process? So yes, Haji has done the first surgery, the top surgery. That means you did not watch last week's video. Because if you watched last week's video, you would have seen that he did the surgery, but it's okay. We're still here to answer.
Yeah, and I did her hysterectomy as well, and I'm going for bottom surgery.
So tell us a little about the top surgery or the surgeries if you're okay with it, because mine's pending, so I don't mind hearing about it.
So basically I had the mastectomy. You're having a mastectomy or the keyhole? It depends on like the size of your chest, because I was like a D, so I had to do the mastectomy. Basically, you get like, they cut it, you saw it before, and they take off like the nipple from the breast area, then they replace it.
Yeah, and take out the extra fat and tissues.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
That's, you're gonna do
I'm
all
gonna
of
do
that.
detail one. I'm more like a D. I'm doing detail because I'm restructuring my chest so it looks more masculine.
Or you're going for that.
Yeah.
You're adding like my pecs or.
I don't know, them says a full contour because I'll tell them I want everything to come back and look masculine. I'm going to cut even the extra flesh from here too.
Yeah, they're gonna do that. That's when they cut out through under here,
Yeah,
right?
I'm doing everything, get it over and done with, and replace the nipples and everything. So I think they say it's a 6-hour surgery.
Yeah.
Yours was that long?
I was there like for the whole day. So basically I went like, it was early. I think my mom had to drop me. My mom came with me. I think she dropped me about 8, surgery like 9. We never left till like the sun was gone. But you come home like same time. I didn't stay.
It is Renee from school. He replied, how are you, Renee? Thank you for tuning in. Say hi to Renee.
Hi.
Renee
How's it going?
Renee was the president of the LGBT group that I met you through.
Yeah.
Thank you, Renee, for introducing me to Haji.
Actually, you gotta introduce yourself.
No, but if it wasn't for Renee, because when I met Renee and I told Renee I was thinking about being a part of a club or something, and then Renee said I have the same idea and I'm trying to find 4 people to make a board or whatever, and I'm like, I'm in, put me in, and then he introduced me to everybody when he created the group.
Oh, I feel that.
So
yeah,
I would have seen you in the school and did not know who you are. I would just like, hey, and just keep going because we're really like man like that. So if a man calls to me, I'm gonna keep us straight and I'm like, hey, and keep it going.
Oh my god, yeah, I talk to everybody.
Yeah, you talk to everybody, but for me, it's like weird. Like I don't really have normal conversations with men. It just feels weird.
Yeah, I
It feels
feel it.
weird because remember, I'm not into men, so having a prolonged conversation with somebody who looks very masculine might be a lead on for them, knowing that I'm innocent and I'm just having a
I feel
conversation. So I like to feel people out first. Just here, Wagwan RJ, I see you chipping in the building. Thank you for being here. So, yeah, we spoke about the future for the top surgery. Give a little about it. So the process, like, how long was the healing process?
Oh wow, yo, the first like week, it's not as bad as you think it is.
I'm not thinking anything, to be honest, because if I think anything, I'm just going to exhaust myself. I'm not thinking anything.
Yeah, like the only thing that I found bad is that I couldn't really put on my jacket by myself. Somebody had to assist me in putting on my jacket because I couldn't really bend my arms. It's like pretty painful underneath here. And then like if they remove the stitches, from the nipple area. It's not as bad. Like, yeah, there is pain there. The pain for me was like, I would give it like a 7 out of 10. But it's not like deadly as like how you think it is.
Thank you, Renee. Yeah, so my channel is all about positive vibes, as you can see, because you've been watching the videos. Renee say, I miss you all and love the content you're making, Kevin. So the fact that you and I tune up and we're doing different stuff. Renee, we have a magazine coming up very soon too. Follow our IG page, lgbtq2+ magazine on IG. We're about to put out a magazine. We're just doing the brainstorming, coming up with the ideas, and then we're going to put some money forward and start up. So you give a little about the top surgery. We thank you for that. For persons out there who are watching, because I know there is at least one stud who will be watching this video who has been thinking about doing top surgery. And like I told people before, the definition of a transgender is a person who practically feels like you were not given the right gender at birth. Some persons will go through and do surgeries, some are not interested in doing surgeries. What I say to people, live your truth. If you feel like you need surgery, do your surgery to make yourself complete. Don't be wishing and thinking about it. I understand my 4 o'clock might not be your 4 o'clock. I live in Canada, I have access to surgery. You might be living in the islands. Start thinking of ways to get out of the country so you can get to a country where you can do it and be yourself. Or you can fly in, do your surgery, and go back to Jamaica. Like it all depends. I don't think they're doing surgeries in Jamaica, and if they are, it's gonna be more expensive. So plan your strategy, think about it. Like they said, the thought from the mind can be the action that comes next. 30 years ago, I never knew I would be in Canada, but from I was a child, I was always saying, I can't wait to leave Jamaica. Yeah. As soon as I got fired, I got told, man, I've said it so many times. There was a time I said it and one of my sister look at me and say, I bet say you know if you had. I go tell mommy say you want to turn man but as soon as you go fired. And I keep saying it even when I was a child growing up. When I started seeing my period, I was like, oh my God, why do I have to go through this? I wish I could just block it up or something. I was always adamant about it. When I became an adult, and I was wearing masculine clothes, every time I go out and somebody would say, hey bro, and by the time I speak like, oh sorry sis, I was like, yo, if I look like a bro, why are you calling me a sis? And they're like, because you are. I'm like, oh, here we go again. I'm not even gonna bother to explain anything to anybody. So I'm so happy that you are living your truth. I'm getting a chance to live my truth, and I hope everybody else will get a chance to live theirs. So thank you for giving us some insight about the top surgery. As for the vasectomy, what was it, the vasectomy you said?
The mastectomy is the cure.
Did you do anything on the lower part yet?
No, I just had a hysterectomy.
Yeah, with the hysterectomy, that's the one I'm talking about. Do you want to tell them what it's about? Because my doctor asked me if I wanted to do it, but he said I have to be on testosterone for 2 years first. So I know the hysterectomy has something to do with your womb.
Yeah, so they remove that. They remove... What is exactly everything? They remove, like, totally everything. So you can't, like, have birth. Everything is, like, gone. The fallopian tubes. So basically, the surgery procedure, it sounds kind of gruesome. So instead of like the old school one, how they used to cut underneath here, it's like 3 incisions, 1 in your belly button, 2 on the sides, and then inside they slit it and then they pull everything out from inside. Cool, so you don't have a cut here. So, but it heals up pretty quick. It's not as like that surgery wasn't as bad. That one wasn't too bad. But in order to do that, you can't do bottom surgery without having that done. Like you can't.
Yeah, because you have to do that first, and then you can do bottom surgery. Yeah, my doctor says within like when I get to 18 months on testosterone, then I should let him know if I want to do it, so he can try to book me an appointment as soon as I reach 2 years on the testosterone. So I still have time to think. I tell him I want to do the top surgery first before I take on anything else, because that was the first and foremost one that I really wanted to do. The rest can wait.
Yeah, for sure. And plus, you can like lower your dose after you have the hysterectomy. If the dose is too low, at least you won't see period anymore. Everything will be done. But your body depends on like some sort of hormone, so you have to be stuck on that like forever.
Just walk through the door. Hope I'm not too late. Nope, you're not too late. Good evening, RJ. You are not too late. Better late than never. So we're here with Haji. Like I told you, Haji will be coming on. So he practically spoke about what his top surgery was like for him, and he also spoke about the hysterectomy, because he did that part too. He removed the womb and the fallopian tube, so he's not able to get pregnant. No period shall ever return, and all these things, even if he stopped taking the testosterone. Renee said, for my top surgery, hey Mark, how are you? Renee said, for my top surgery, mastectomy, it was fairly painless. I was able to do most things carefully by week 3. Hope everything goes well with yours. Thank you, Renee. Show people, Renee, another trans man on the live, and Cooley, another trans man on the live. So yeah, we got people. There might be other persons on it, but they don't come out. So
yeah, I feel it. I feel
Cooley, same stress already, bro. No need to be stressed. Like I say, I'm not thinking anything. When you think too much, it makes you get exhausted or overwhelmed. I'm not trying to overwhelm myself going into surgery. It is what it is. It's gonna happen anyway, so I'm not trying to exhaust myself. So Natasha is asking, how did your mom react to you when you told her that you're a trans man? Like later on in the years when you become an adult and you decide that I'm gonna do my testosterone, whatever, my transition.
She didn't react too good because she didn't like it was kind of bad. So basically, she went and she told like family members that this is about to happen and stuff, and then she got my grandma to come talk to me to like say.
She not pray for you.
Who, my grandma?
Yeah, them love praying.
So stupid, guy. And then she's like, "Oh, you should be like Ellen. Why you can't be successful like Ellen DeGeneres? I never see people go change up their body and go take up, you know, that how she was carrying on, and you're like, you're a freak." Like, it was horrible. And then like I felt like into like this deep depression. Like I felt like suicidal and stuff. And then that's kind of like the verge where my mom kind of like changed. So then she's like, okay, like it takes time for me to like understand what you're going through, but I see like this is something like you really want. Because like, what would you rather me kill myself or just like take the testosterone and like leave your place or whatever, you know?
I'd rather have a child and love the child for who he or she is, rather than having a child and not able to communicate with the child or love the child. You know, I hate the fact that I have to love my family from a distance because they are aware of who I am and what I'm going through, but they're still trying to convince me not to do it. Like I recently spoke to one of my sisters and she was like, "Is that here on your face? Like, why are you going so deep? I already know that this is who you are. We know, we get the message now. Can you just stop now?" I'm like, "Stop what? What am I supposed to stop?"
Yo, they think it's a game.
They're like, "Can you just stop taking the pills?" I'm like, "It's not even pills. I take injection." She's like, "But you have facial hair, you know. Why do you have to go to that extreme?" So I'm not even telling them that I'm gonna do surgeries, you know, because they're just gonna try to scare me out of it and make me worry and fret. You know, I don't need that. Like my doctor told me, my therapist told me, anybody who is in your circle and they're not on par with you on your journey, cut them off.
Yeah.
For your own sanity, for your own growth, for your own healing and your own peace of mind, cut off anybody.
Yeah, if you're not on my train, you gotta
train.
come off.
If you're on the train and it's not going where you're going, get off. You're on the wrong train.
Yeah.
And if there are people in your circle who are continuously convincing you that you shouldn't be doing this, don't be changing your body, don't be doing this, cut them off. People who are watching my video, you might not be a part of the LGBTQ. You might have a job that you love. You want to be a police. A lot of people feel like females should not be police officers. Females should not be soldiers because it's too risky, it's too rough. It's what you love. Do what you love and love what you do. If you don't have people in your family who are supporting you, if your friends are not supporting you, if your circle is not supporting you, then you need to get out of that circle. That's not a circle, that's a cage. You have 10 friends and not even one of them can motivate you. You're stressed and you're depressed and no one to talk to. That's not friendship. That is a situationship. That is a cage. You need people around you who can help you to grow, help you to build. That's why Haji and I connected even more recently because quarantine came. I'm not moving around. I'm not doing much apart from me, my girlfriend, my fiance rather, and my daughter. It's practically us. My bestie lives all the way in Mississauga. All my friends are on my phone. Sometimes you want to talk to somebody and feel like human, just being by yourself, locked up by yourself. Like, my blog keeps me going, I know. But the blog is to help people. What do I do to help me? We all need that safe space where we can get our own help too. If I call my doctor and I say I need to come in, she's like, "Oh, what's wrong? We can talk on the phone." No, I don't want to talk on the phone. I want to come in and sit and talk to somebody. So it's good when you have somebody you can sit and talk to. I really talk to my girlfriend a lot. I've talked to her much more now than I used to because like she's my safe space. My daughter is like my counselor. She would come in my chair. She ups. She goodly I watch now. She would be like, "Come in my chair, Kevin. Why do you look like this? Why are you so sad?" I'm like, "Share you with me, sir. Go sit down." And she's like, "Oh, I'm trying to help you and you're being rude to me." Like if I'm sitting down too quiet, she knows she's gonna come right over. "Are you anxious? What's going on?" And then I just burst into a big laugh and it just changes things. So people, figure out your circle, figure out the people who are around you. Let me see. Coolly, Mr. Sardi. Alright. Damn, that's what I want to stop seeing my cycle. So in Jamaica, there are doctors in Jamaica who you could go and speak to, and they can start your testosterone if you want. The testosterone is one of the fastest ways to stop your period. I stopped seeing my menses within 2 months. 2 months of taking the testosterone, and I take it once a week. So like after the 8th shot, practically it went away. Within the first month, it slowed down. The second month, it went away fully. So, hey Daniel, what's up? Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Persons, if you're coming in from the IG, let us know you're coming in from the IG so we can shout you out, because I'm not familiar with some of the IG persons. If you're new to the channel, guys, remember to subscribe to the channel, because I have a lot of important information coming up from time to time. Remember, guys, to give the video the like. When you come in, give the video a like, thumbs up the video. So spoke about the top surgery, spoke about the bottom surgery.
Yeah, you talk about the different like testosterone ways, like the way you can have it like done. You can do it through you can do it through shots, it can be in a cream, and it can also be a gel. Basically, I take the gel so you can rub it on your shoulder or you rub it on your stomach. I used to do the shots, but like it kind of fucked up my hemoglobin, and like so that's why I have to switch over. But gel is the fastest, like shots is the fastest way.
The shots is the fastest way. As soon as I get to 2 years, I'm gonna change to something else.
Oh, you're gonna change?
I'm gonna change to the gel or the patch, because my friend takes the patch too. But like,
sometimes
because
the
needles after a while, you don't wanna tear your testes too much. Your testes is gonna get wear out after a time. So I'm gonna find a different way. Maybe I take the gel. I don't know. How often do you use the gel?
Sadly, you have to use it every night.
That's okay.
It gets a bit like annoying, yo. Like sometimes I miss it, but I have to use it like every night.
It's just a gel. How hard can it be? It's like you're lotioning yourself.
No, not really every night. You have to go to the bathroom. If the gel, you can't be too close to people with the gel either. Like if I wear this shirt and I give it to you, you cannot wear it.
Ooh.
If once I have the gel and everything on, right? Or if you're trying to be like intimate with your partner, you cannot be. So you might have to skip. So you're gonna have to skip the gel for that night. But it doesn't kill you if you skip like the night or whatever. But like that's the only thing that's annoying about it.
How long
it's right there.
How long does it take? How long does it take? Like 5 minutes to rub it on? Come on, people, learn about the things then.
Yeah, like 5 minutes. So I do 2. I do this pack. Yeah, so I do the 2.5 and the one as well. So I take 2 of them. That's exactly what I use.
So you're RJ, you can take this one if you don't want to do the injections.
Yeah, so I take 2 of those. So it's 75.
So this is a 7.5.
Yeah.
If we were taking the shots, it would be equivalent to a 7.5.
Yeah.
Because my shots that I take is 1 ml.
That's what I used to take,
So
but it fucked up my thing.
Long me have to have the needle in my thigh. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna soon stop. Because like, I just want to get to a satisfactory level, because I don't think I want to be on it forever, to be honest. But let me see how I progress as I go. I just want to be on it for 2 years so I can know if I'm going to do the hysterectomy.
Yeah.
If I'm going to do that, I have to be on it for 2 years. Then I'll decide where do I go from then. But as soon as I get to a satisfactory level, I don't feel like I want to be doing this like forever. I'll go down to maybe 2.5 or something and just keep it balanced so that to not have a reverse where the estrogen, what is something name?
The estrogen?
The estrogen sponsor. I don't want to have my level too low.
Yeah, because I can fuck it up and then you won't like see the changes or anything like that. But like once you have a hysterectomy, like they'll lower it.
So you rub and rub and rub on it.
Yeah, you rub here though, not up here.
Down here.
Down here. And some people and they have a big.
Get slimmer. Because if I that for doing them go start. Because when I do a top surgery, my belly forget flat.
Oh my god, no, that's all
so
sit-ups, yo.
But when I take the shots in my thigh they go so fast. I had bigger thigh, and look, this shorts would have fit me years ago fully. And from I start taking the shots in my foot, my pant size is down. I was 42 pants and I'm down to a 36, sometimes 34.
Yeah.
So my thigh they went down like slim down.
Yeah, because the muscle has gone up in here.
My belly, if the belly will go flat too.
Because remember, everything here is gone up here.
Oh, so that's why I get the belly.
That's why your belly gone. So it's just like a man's like body. It's the same thing, right? More muscle intake.
So and stop laugh after my big belly. You don't know why my belly big now, alright? I'm not pregnant. You all know why my belly is big. Let me see. Alright, Wagwan Yaso. Renee, we're talking about transition. My co-host tonight is Haji, a trans man. Persons on the live, remember to give the video the thumbs up so I can stay on stream. So I'm with Haji, trans man. If you watched last week Tuesday's video, you would have met Haji. Good evening, Samara. What's up? So basically, what we're doing today is answering questions, because Haji was on with me last week and persons wanted to ask him questions. Sorry, because people are used to me talking all the time, and the questions that they would have wanted to ask me, Haji would be better to answer because he's senior in the transition business. He's been taking testosterone for 7 years. Haji was born a female, for those who don't know. Well, he was born with female body parts, but he was very masculine from birth. You could say he knew he was with the wrong gender, because from I was in kindergarten, I was always saying, when they call me girl, I said, me a boy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like ever so often it would come out and people would look at me like whatever. But I know from very young that I wasn't a girl. I never wanted to be a girl. I just lived the life of a girl to please society and family.
For real.
So that's what you basically miss. You can always go back and watch the beginning of the video. So yes, we're talking about the testosterone, the different ways in which you can take it. So for persons who say they're afraid of needles, because some people watch my video, because I have videos on my blog of me taking my shot, shooting up myself, and persons will comment and like, I'm brave, like they're afraid of needles. They couldn't do that. So I'm just letting my viewers know that you don't have to take the testosterone by a shot. You can do a patch, you can do the gel, you can do the needle, and I heard that they have pills. I'm not so sure as to how that one works.
Yeah, I know that with trans women, but I know
the trans women take the pills to look more feminine. So the person was born a male or born with a male gender, then they use the pills to make their body more feminine, to bring them out of the estrogen, I guess. So for those who are late, that's where we are. Let me just bring you back up to speed. So this is something new, the gel. Yes, Tasha, the gel. So I'm going to rub the gel on my belly and you can't come near me when time I use the gel. Because when I take the shots, it doesn't bother me. I can still function.
Yeah.
It's just that, you know, you might go in a little zone for a moment. Maybe a 5 minute or so till your body catch on to itself. So, Taya sent you. Alright, Daniel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the live. Maribel. Like man, Yannick, I see you here. Let me just back up and make sure I don't miss anybody. Hope I don't miss anybody. I saw something from Cooley. Let me see. Cooley said top surgery yet. How was the process? Okay, we answered that already.
Yep.
So RJ wanna stop the period. So yes, RJ, you can see your doctor, because I have friends in Jamaica who are presently taking the shots and their period has stopped. Cooley said I stopped seeing mine same time because I was already So the first shot you take, your period stop. Me want to fight you. I think that was mine over matter. But then again, maybe you had a lot of male hormones in you already. So just
maybe the testosterone was a bit higher than.
But what's your dose though? Because if his dose is high, because in Jamaica they give you a bottle with like 3 mg. And you take that for a month. Some people take it for 3 months, depending on your doctor. Because I have a friend who takes a bottle of 3 mg, and it's every 3 months that he goes back for another shot. So they are getting less than what we take.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you are hungry and you go and you eat, your belly full.
Yeah.
So if you are going on the testosterone for the first time and you shoot 3 mg, that's enough that we would take in like almost 2 months. Because when I started out on 0.5, and then they dropped me to 0.25 because I was having a lot of anxiety. They dropped me to 0.25.
Yeah, because it's not good to have it too high, because it can like reverse. It will build up more estrogen, right?
Yeah, because when I was on the 0.5, I was getting too anxious, and I'm like, drop my dose. Then he dropped my dose to 0.25, and then as soon as I start getting into the groove of it, then he said you can go back up to the 0.5. He asked me how I'm feeling. I tell him when I go to the 0.5, then he said, do you think you want to go to the 1? We could try the 1 for like 2 weeks and see how you feel, and if it's too much, we put you back to the 0.5. And then I've been on the 1 since it's been like 9 months. I've been taking the 1 ml every week.
I remember when I first started, I had headaches.
Yeah, when I was on the 0.5. When I went down to the 0.25, the headaches came. The 0.5, no headaches, just all the anxiety. Like I get triggered easily. If somebody shout at me, I want to fight.
Oh, I feel it.
And I'm like, no, this is not normal. I went and I said to him, I'm too anxious. I was at school one day and we were doing a group work and somebody said something and I was so ready to knock her out. I was so ready to knock her out and I'm like, no, this is too much. So I went back to the doctor and I'm like, I'm too anxious. That was when I ended up breaking up with my girlfriend at the time because I'm like, I'm too anxious. Like this moment I want to do this, next moment I don't want to do it. Like I was a little unbalanced. So like I say, it's good to figure out yourself. If you have to take time and space to figure out who you are, then do it. Shakira, bless up yourself. Thank you for being here. Alright, let me see what I'm missing out. RJ asked about facial hair. Let me just get to him. Cooley, yeah, Tyus, good evening, or just read Samara, yeah, thank you for being here. Let me just back up. If you use the gel, I don't think you could be around a child. Yes, you can, like you say.
But you have to have your shirt, like have your clothes. It has to be covered the surface.
Yeah, once you use the gel, you give yourself like a 20 minutes before you go close to anybody. So by then it would have practically toned down. It won't be as strong and it won't be that. The scent won't be that high after the first 20 minutes, I would say. And then you just take time and work yourself in. Once you wear
it smells like alcohol.
Yeah, so you don't want to bring alcohol close to anybody because they can inhale it. So I will take the shots when my baby's older. I will take the gel when the baby's older, basically. So facial hair. I have natural facial hair and chest hair. The shots will make them grow faster. Yes, it will. It will make them grow faster and maybe more thicker. This is something new. A gel. Okay, alright. Shakira just coming. Good night. My hair comes so fast, I don't mind the shots because you want it here. So for different people it's different stuff. So for RJ, if RJ just want to stop the period, maybe what they would do is give you a low dose or give you a different volume, because different brands give different result. It's just like hair products. Like some persons use Revlon to process the hair, another person will use Dark and Lovely. At the end of the day, you all want your hair to be processed, but everybody have a different texture here. So it depends on your body. When you go for your assessment and your consultation, they will do a blood test and a body work, like ask you questions, check your body, and when they do the blood test, then they will see which dose is better for you, what they think your body can handle. And remember, before you start taking the shots, see a therapist, talk to a counselor, talk to somebody, talk to a trans person who is already on it, where you can get some advice as to the side effects, the does and the don'ts. Read up on the labels too. When they give you the medication, read up on the labels so you can know what are the side effects. So if you're feeling certain way, you don't overdose yourself or take wrong medication, because when you're on testosterone, you can't just get up and take every and anything. So let me see. Somebody says 7 year. Amir, what's up? Amir is a trans man. How long have you been on it, Amir? My friend from IG. Bless up yourself. He's Jamaican too. He's in a different country. He's not in Jamaica right now. I think he's in Madrid. Big up yourself, bossy. So what's up? How long have you been on the shots? Because I see your facial hair look damn good. When I first saw them popping up, I'm like, yo, I didn't see you on IG for like 5 months, and then pop, bunch of hair, and I know for them still can't reach or whatever. Every day we play them, but that's why they're not growing, because I'm teasing them too much.
Oh my god, yo, how was your, like, how are the men on your side of the family? Remember that also has to do.
They have a lot of facial hair. Their facial hair is like enough, like bush. Everybody in the family have a lot of facial hair.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know why my one take so long.
Sometimes it could take 2-3 years.
No, I want it to come now. Nothing about that 3 years.
Trust me, it doesn't work like that.
Renee, how long did your facial hair take? Because I remember when I saw you at Sentinel, I didn't see much facial hair. How long did it take for your facial hair to come out? What was it like for you? How long did it take?
It took a hot minute. And plus you have to remember, we're black. Everything moves a bit slower.
You're right.
Yeah, like if you were to be with like if you seen an Indian man walk in, he's gonna dead kill you with facial hair
fast
before you could even know it. Like I seen Indian guys like in high school, like we're like, what? You're only 13 and you already started growing hair. It's like
Adia Rich. Bless up yourself. For Cooley's my little trans brother in the States, because when I met Cooley was very studied. And I'm like, you know, say you're trans. We talk about this, and he was like, if me a trans, you are trans. It's how you're trans. Because we were still trying to figure out. I'm like, you know, them can't call me she. And I say, I'm on the same page. Nobody can call me she. We argue with you. I'm like, yo, real thing, bro. And we've always been calling bro, and he always said big brother, and I always said little brother. When I started my shots and everything, and I told Cooley I'm started, Cool like, yo, you're doing it? I'm like, yeah. He's like, me, I do my own number, so I wait for the right time. Every move. The first day I got the testosterone, that was when I decided to start my YouTube channel. Like, I was doing little stuff, but then I decided I'm gonna go out with the transition. First day I went to see my doctor, consultation, and make a small video. When I went for my first shot, I decided I'll make another video, and then I decided I'm gonna start posting it, and then I do a 1 month video, then 6 months, then a 1 year, and then I'm just jumping it. So I do different stuff, different times. I will show people me taking the shots and all of that.
I feel like
So, Rihanna Marshall, thank you for being here. Remember to give the video a like and a thumbs up. If you're coming in from our IG, the LGBTQ page, if you're one of our fans over on the LGBTQ page, let us know so we can shout you out. Kadeen, keeping it real, how are you doing? Bless up yourself. Thank you for being here. Today I'm with my co-host RJ. I'm sorry, RJ.
Haji.
No, because I'm reading RJ's comment. I'm here with my co-host Haji, my LGBTQ plus magazine business partner. We're presently in the beginning of launching our LGBTQ magazine. However, Haji is also a trans man and a social worker. I met him at college when I was doing my social work diploma. We both had some experience working together as we were a part of the LGBTQ social club that we formed with another friend of ours, Renee, who is on the live right now, RF. So yes, we're just giving people an insight as to who we are as trans men and trying to clear up some of the myths that are always thrown at us. People tend to stereotype us a lot and speak a lot of negative things about us, so we're just here to clear up some of the myths. Amir, I'm barely over a year now, but my hair started growing up 2 months. Oh, so Amir is barely over a year, but his facial hair, like, if you see Amir is just like slim and just neat. Him just fitting at any little thing. You see him like him have a little tight pants them and him foot them, everything just masculine. Nothing feminine about him. I could have known he would have come out as a trans even if he didn't. Because from the first time I saw him on my Facebook, I'm like, yeah, this is a trans. And then when I saw facially, I'm like, yep, I know I was right. Thank you for being here, Amir. Renee said, LOL. It took almost 2 years. Now I'm getting a full beard. Ooh, I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see the full beard. So Renee, are you planning to change your name? Because I have another Renee on the channel. Renee is a stud too. So I'm just checking. Alright, let me see. RJ, take my facial hair, Kevin, please. Do you know yesterday I was in the house and I'm looking at my legs and I'm like, yo, look there. My daughter was like, scrape off of your foot and put by your face. My legs full of hair, them can comb. Some other places I grow here too. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. You're growing at some places where they're supposed to do that. Yeah, so I love it, but my job won't allow it, so I have to shave them regularly. Why? Why your job a fight against you? Them not realize say, yeah, man. That's it with Jamaica, bro. You have to hurry up and leave Jamaica so you can live your truth. LOL, a real mentor. You're Cooley. Kevin, a real mentor. Yeah, man. Always a check-in on each other. So, Cooley, you read 6 months now on the testosterone. How has it been? So, I'm married, yeah. I ghosted social media for a while. I have a full beard coming in now. I miss a lot of shots, though. Kevin, your voice, yo, it a go on. My voice was one of the first things I wanted because I got tired of having to fake my voice. So there were 3 things I wanted out of transition. I wanted deep voice. I wanted to, because I already wanted to take the to remove the breast, so that was not a part of the package. But the 3 things I wanted was deep voice, facial hair, and to stop my period. Because I knew I was going to remove my breast anyway. Even if it was not a part of the trans journey, it would have happened in 5 years because that was my limit. Within 5 years, as soon as I get money, I would have just do it. And congratulations, I won an award. So I won an award for my top surgery. So they call it the Women's College Hospital.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the Women's College.
Yeah, the Women's College. I applied for some financial assistance with the surgery, and they are funding, I could say, the other 3/4 of what the government is not doing, because I'm gonna do the contour and whatever. That would have cost like almost $1,900, maybe 18, and they're paying practically 1,600.
Okay.
So I'm only gonna pay maybe about 200 out of my pocket. So that's, I'm gonna do a video for them and show them out, because I tell them I'm gonna do a media release for them to boost their thing. I don't have a problem if me get $1,600 from them. Why me can't do a easy video? I'm doing video on YouTube for free, so you know what I mean. Give them some boost. So yeah, man, the deep voice are go on. I do your thing, you alright? I did my best thing. So after top surgery, it really started coming in more. Oh, okay, cool. So maybe enough of the testosterone that go in your breast or not with, you know.
I think it was that's just so like imagination. Cut your breast and
start going in your ear. I'm just teasing. I'm like that. I love to make fun, but no disrespect. All right, Renee. So yeah, but you know, I can't believe you, because I remember people telling us growing up that people who grow them locks, most of them get slim after a time. And the myth around it is that the extra food goes in their hair. So if you have a head of hair, then you tend to be slimmer than people who have short hair. So for a while I was believing it. So now when Renee say as soon as him do the top surgery, then more facial hair come, I believe you. But if you say some of them extra testosterone, then I go towards the breast.
Oh my god.
And everything just start go on your face. So it's when I remove mine, maybe I'll come back and tell you I believe you even more. Because when I remove all of this, maybe I'll just get the push just goes up. Like I see this Transman, what's his name again? Malachi. He has this big push like, and then he just, I'm like, wow, that's like so cute. But I think I'll try that. I think I'll try the big enough fully.
You like the all of it?
I don't really know what I like yet, but just
I don't like all of that. The only thing I like is like if I can get this like super thick. That's all I need.
But
that's all I need.
Seeing it on somebody else, it just look kind of cute, and I'm like, I wonder how me that look with that, you know. The Snapchat filter, when I try it out, I'm like, yeah, I can't wait.
You can buy the fake mustaches in chapters.
Really? These people know how to make everything.
Oh my god, that's a bookstore too.
You look good, Amir. Been wondering where you were at. I need to hit you up on IG. Pass on a message. Yeah, man, Amir the power IG, because I see more on IG than I see him on Facebook. You know what I mean? So, KK, what's up? You're in the building. Alright, thank you for being here. I knew you say we're going to be late because of work. Thank you for being here. Persons who are on the live, remember to give the live a thumbs up. We're just giving people better understanding as to who we are as a trans person, trans men, and non-binary trans, because I tell people your identity has nothing to do with your sexuality. So, my identity is a transgender, trans man, FTM, and my sexuality is I like women. Adri, I did this. You want to tell them or you want to keep that private?
No, I identify as a trans man. I wouldn't say that like I'm queer. Like I'm just open to anybody. Like whoever comes my way, comes my way. If I like you, I like you.
So you date a guy?
It depends. It depends if we're chill, like whatever. I haven't been in that situation yet, but it depends, right?
It's like I tell people like the pansexual definition right now seems to be one of the easiest definition that a lot of people move toward, because you fall in love with like the spirit of the person or the person's personality. So it doesn't matter what body or frame the person comes in, because like a bisexual, for the most part, they would just say you date male or female. So what if a trans? You know what would be cute though? I would like to see two trans men in a relationship. Call me weird. No, me, Kevin said that. Call me weird, but I would like to see two trans men dating. You know, like you see stud and butch and femme and gay man and gay man. Like, I've never seen two trans.
You never seen that before?
No.
I've seen that before.
Like
and
a
I
trans
see
man dating a trans man.
and a trans woman and a trans man together.
I've seen the trans woman with the trans man. That's a hot topic right now, because a lot of trans women been hitting me up.
Yeah.
Because they like being with trans men.
Yeah.
But it's not really my thing, and I'm like, I don't have a problem with it. I would try it, but it's not, I don't think it's something I want to have long term. Like, I like barren women who can give birth and have kids and all that, because I want a family.
Yeah.
I need two more pitney after that 1 year, so
But you never know. Like you can't say
godfather.
like you can't say never though.
I'm not shutting myself out. I'm
Yeah.
not shutting myself out. But where I'm at right now, this is where I'm at, and I kind of love where I'm at. To be honest,
feel
it's somewhere I've always wanted to be. Like you see, people who are more curious and more queer, who gender fluid, then you know, fluid means you can float. I can't float, so I stay right here. Where the woman is at, that's where I'm at. So the persons who are gender fluid will be more open to trying new things and exploring new things. Because even I told my friend the other day, if 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 1 day from now, I would go and have sex with a man, or I should go and have sex with a man, it's not because I have feelings for men. It's not because I want to be with men. Maybe I just want to explore. Because just like I said to the lady, you cook every day, but the day when you don't cook, you have takeout. So you could call that just your hobby. Every now and then you have a takeout. So like I already have conversations with other trans men who are married, and one of them told me that, listen, when I started testosterone, I was having urges to be with men, and the men that they had urges with were like top men who were very masculine, but the urge was more like to be a top for a top. And I'm like, people just have to explore themselves and be who they are. If that's what you want, they'll find a top man, because there are top men out there who have a problem dating a trans. Some of them just want to do it on the down low. Whatever you do on the down low is your life. You don't have to tell anybody about it.
Yeah. So, but remember, at the same time, you still have to respect yourself too. You don't want people like playing around with you.
So you just
like, I don't. I'm not really a big fan of the down low thing.
Protect yourself. Like for me, I don't really want to be down low either, because I can't be telling people publicly that do this, and then I'm on the down low like doing something else. But if it's not something that you want to do full time, I don't see the point in making it open or loud. Say you go to KFC today, you don't worry about it when you go KFC today, but you go Mandarin next week, you post up a picture of Mandarin. 2 weeks later, you go back to KFC, you post up a picture of KFC. But not every time you go somewhere, people need to know. And it's the same thing for your bedroom. Whatever you do in your bedroom, it can be your personal choice. Like, you don't have to say it out there. It's between you, the person, the people, and the bed, if there's a bed. So like, yeah, I would love to see two trans men dating, or I would like to meet a trans man like who is open to coming and talking about what it's like being with a gay man, like different, because my channel is open to everything. I'm gonna have different speakers coming on different times, so I normally ask people what is it that they want to talk about, if they want to talk about anything, so then we can kind of float it a certain way, so I can steer the conversation so that nobody disrespects anybody. Because I know my viewers, like, they're not gonna violate people and ask Christians that are rude or disrespectful. They won't do that. So let me just check on Sean. Thank you for being here, Sean World. Cooley said, been a great journey. Can't wait for the voice to go a little deeper. Cooley, you're very young. You're not 30 yet, so you don't worry. Your voice gonna get there. You're in your early 20s, so your voice will get there, Papa. I'm losing these pounds to do my top surgery. I finally feel comfortable in my skin and to show who I really am. Perfect. I'm glad that you're at a satisfactory level and you're able to live your truth. My voice is girly. Then RJ, if you want deep voice, you may have to start the shots. K, RF, are you a trans as well? RF is a trans as well, and RF lives in Canada. RF has been on testosterone. How long did Renee?
I'm not.
Yes, Renee,
sure.
you need to change your name to Ray, because Renee still sound not like you. I see you as a Ray more than a Renee, to be honest. It's like how Haji look like a Haji. Yeah, and a Marcus, period. Kevin, like, nobody can call me Carlene anymore. That's done. I'm not Carlene anymore. I'm like Kevin. Like, on my graduation side, they were like, Kevin. But seriously, like it's up to you what you want to do. But a lot of people, look at Sean. Sean is a stud. I tell Sean that I think he's a trans. Sean is a stud, but Sean was never Sean at birth. You know, there is a girl name to it. But everybody who feel very masculine change their name to be masculine.
Yeah.
But then because of the whole trans umbrella, that not everybody is supposed to be pressured into looking masculine or acting masculine, because they're non-binary people too. So it's okay to tell a person how you feel and what you think, but doesn't mean they have to take your suggestion or your advice. So likewise, Renee look like a Ray more. If you don't feel like a Ray, then don't be a Ray. I was just asking.
It depends, you know.
Mm-hmm. You want to shed some light into why you say it depends?
Like with what they choose with their name and It depends. Like I know a lot of people like if you feel like you want to wear a dress and
Yeah,
you're a
that's what I
trans
said,
guy, just do what
non-binary
you want to
fluid.
do. You know, just be yourself. Who cares
Be
what other
yourself.
people
If you don't feel to
have
change
to
your
think
name,
about?
don't change your name. If you don't want to wear man clothes, don't wear man clothes. If you want to look like a girl and a boy, you want to wear a frock up at there was this comedian. I don't remember what's her name. She's more like a stud on Facebook. Her granny invited her to church. One of her comics that she put up. So she had on a dress, a pants, and a 1 foot of girl shoes and a kickers.
Yeah.
So our left foot is wearing a girl spike heel, and our right foot is wearing a man stud shoes with 1 pants foot. So when they said to her, "Why you dressed like that?" She said, "My granny say I have to come to church and I should come just as I am. So I feel like a girl and a boy. This is how I am."
Yeah.
And I was
That's
dying.
good.
I was dying. I'm like, she makes sense, but I don't think she's ever gonna go to church like that with 1 foot.
No, you wouldn't. But like,
that's
just
what
be
it is for
yourself.
people who are fluid. You know, be yourself. If you feel like a girl today and a boy tomorrow, it's you. The best person to explain you is you. People have to accept you for who you present yourself as. Remember that. If your family and your circle and your friends and your job cannot accept you for who you see yourself as, then you're in the wrong place. Find somewhere or find people or find space that will accept you for who you are or how you see yourself. If you don't learn anything else from today's video, learn that. Moving on. Let me see. My voice is girly. My good bro, thanks. Just got in from work and log on live. Thank you for being here. I know you leave work late and tired and all that. Amir, wait, who that? Shot me a message, RJ. Dog, I'm gonna try and move away from the tight pants phase of my life, man. But thanks for the love, Kevin, and bless yourself also, RJ. Yeah, me like seeing that tight pants. Where you go with it? Why you gonna stop wearing tight pants? I'm over there crushed by your tight pants. I'm just kidding. No, man, I was like seeing that tight pants. They say for a man or for a trans man to rock tight pants, it must take a lot of guts. Because there's no way you're gonna get Kevin a tight pants, because I just feel like too much people gonna look for me. And then I have a lot of hips still and butts or ass. So if I should rock a tight pants, everybody gonna pre me. My friends at school, especially Sharif and Kesha, always tell me if we wear tight pants. I'm like, no. My co-worker, security Shade, tell me if we wear tight pants. I'm like, no. They're like, but you look nice. I think I wore tight pants maybe twice, and it was not as tight as Amir one, but still, me couldn't feel comfortable. Every walk, I'm looking to see if there's anybody looking at me. I think I wore a black pants for my birthday party 2019, and I think I wore a white pants for the limousine party the other day. I'm not a tight pants person, period. The struggles, Sean, the struggles real, you know. Cause Sean voice still girl in me. Sean, if you like the masculine voice, start fake it. Them say fake it until you make it.
Oh my god.
I used to fake my voice until me get the opportunity. Me not have to fake it anymore. So yes, K, RF is a trans, well, Renee answer already. K, done surgery already. Renee already did top surgery, K. I understand you came in late. Renee already did his top surgery and has a lot of facial hair and all these things. Well, that myth definitely mixed me, cause I got locks and they won't suck me. You have locks but you not get slim? Maybe I eat too much oil and too much butter. Kevin, I wish you the best on your surgery. Thanks, mom. That's my mother-in-law. I see cool people out there. I wish I did my mother come by your country.
Oh my god.
Never not tell she said me I do surgery because she gonna stress out.
My god.
I should stress out and pray one bag of prayer. I'm not sure what she a pray for right now, so I never tell she. Cool, you in your late 20s, I say I show off. So because of 2 years ago, I say 2 years add by your life, I mean, I know. Natasha, hey Simone, thank you for being here. RF about 2.5 years on T. So K, Renee's been on T-shirts 2.5 years. So Renee is ahead of me. And Amir is a little ahead of me. Alright. Sashi Dell. Remember people to give the video the like. People give the video the likes. Persons are just tuning in. Give me some thumbs up on the video. Tight pants fit Amir. Can I tell you? Yeah. Tight pants fit Amir. Okay, so any more questions for Haji or myself? Like I have 5 trans men on the live. and then I have me, myself and Haji. So is there any other questions that you have for trans men? I have one more trans man who will be coming on very soon. We will be taking on the topic of relationship in the trans community. So I'm not gonna get into that part too much. I'm gonna leave that for him because he's married to one wife and all of that. So he's gonna touch on that somewhere and tell us what was it like, how did they master the whole thing, and get into that. So, any more questions for Haji?
I feel it.
Haji's mom is gonna come on one of these days. I have to give her time to schedule herself.
Yeah.
Come on live. I don't think she wanna come on today. It's with another day.
I would have to ask, because she's upstairs actually. I could ask her.
Ask her, because I have people in the live. Ask her if she's ready. She promised me she's gonna come, but I don't know if she's ready.
Alright, let me ask.
her till I come here and I'm streaming.
Well, let me see what she says.
Alright. Thank you so much. So Haji's mom had promised me she's gonna come and talk to you people one day. So let me see if she's available now, like how we're here. Just stretch you all a little more. So, like I told you, Haji's a trans man. Hi Lashmeet. Oh, Lashmeet, you're here. So I have a trans woman on my life. Can I say it out loud? I already did, I'm sorry. So I have like 5 trans men on my life, and I have a trans woman on my life. Earlier on, I swear I saw another trans woman, but then maybe she dropped off. But yeah, we're talking about transition, what the trans journey has been. So for a lot of us who've transitioned, it's hard to tell the difference when people see us, when people look at us. It's hard to tell the difference. But the thing about us, our life is not a secret. So we're not trying to lie to people or let people think that we are what we are not. We're not putting the image out there and living a different life. So when we try to date somebody or someone try to date us, for the most part, we will tell you that we are transgenders. I remember at work one time, I like this girl. I've been seeing her coming to the club several times, and one night I found out, I said to her, can I get your number? And she gave me her number. And we talked for like maybe about 2 or 3 days, like back and forth, just checking in the norm, good morning, good afternoon, how was your day, whatever. And then I finally invited her out. And she's like, you're inviting me out? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I don't date trans. I'm like, okay. So because you don't date trans, you won't go out with me to have a drink or something? She's like, if I go out with you, it might be leading you on, and I don't want to take that chance. So I'm like, okay, fear is fear. I take it like a man, because if it was on the other hand, a man invite me out, I must say I am not into men, so I don't think I want to waste your time to go out with you. So it's practically the same. People, you can respectfully deny a invite. You can respectfully deny an offer. You know what I mean? Anything you feel like it's not what you're about, you can respectfully deny it. Don't feel forced to do something that you don't want to do. Don't feel obligated to do something that you don't want to do, or something that you're not a part of. Don't do it to yourself. Live your truth. I'm just waiting Haji to see if his mom is ready for me, because we hit her off guard. Random question to other trans on here. Did the thought of or having to do legal paperwork to change gender and name give you dysphoria? I am having trouble with following through due to anxiety. I did my name change, Renee, and I never had any dysphoria, because this was what I wanted. From I was a child, I wanted to change my name if I had the choice or the opportunity. Yeah, alright, next week.
Yeah, or even like in the week, like whenever you're free. She said she's in her pajamas right now.
Oh, alright, no problem. Mother will come on another time. I said late.
What time is it?
About 8:15.
What?
Yeah, so I never had any dysphoria about changing my name, because I always wanted to be a Kevin. I always see myself as a Kevin person. Oh, I think this is delayed. That's why I'm seeing the comments so late.
Yeah, like we're moved different compared to here.
Yeah,
I'm not even here
come
yet.
out and go back in. come out of the phone and go back in. I don't know if you have iPhone. Like, come out of YouTube and go back in.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm seeing the comments late. because I'm like, why am I not seeing you on here yet? Yeah, so I wanted to do that from day one, the whole name change thing. So it was something I was working on, something I've always wanted. So I've been pushing myself to get it up and running from ever since. So as soon as I got the understanding and everything, and I got the confirmation from my doctor, because I wanted the letter from my doctor to show that I have transitioned.
Oh, okay, I'm here now.
Here, like 10 seconds apart. I wanted the doctor from my letter to show that I am going through my transition or something to take to the Service Ontario in order to have my health card and my driver's license changed. As soon as my health card and my driver's license was changed, then I applied for the name change. So the process goes fast once it's something you want. Renee was asking a question to all the trans person on here, random question to all the trans on here. Did the thought of having or to do legal paperwork to change your gender and name give you dysphoria? I'm having trouble with following through due to anxiety.
Dysphoria as in going to the place and giving the form and people reading the form? Is that the question? Like, is that what you mean by dysphoria?
Maybe it's just the whole idea of going through the whole process of changing the name. I don't know, giving up everything. Are you still holding on to something? I think the fact that I have to legally change this stuff makes me a bit angry. Well, it might make you angry. Like different things mean different things to different people. Because for Haji, for me, I would say I never had any dysphoria because it was something I really wanted. I never cared how hard I had to go to get it. I never cared how high I had to climb.
Oh, I kind of get what you're saying. I was happy that I did it. Like, I was going forward with it. The only thing what made me angry about it is that I had to pay and wait for all this time to be happening, which I believe that should be for free. Mm-hmm. Like, all of that shit. That's the only thing.
$100 and still have to wait almost 2 months.
Yeah, that's the only thing that kind of made me angry. And yeah, I had to pay, like, what is it, an order? That person that put the red thing, the stamp for the name change, all of that shit. Like, yeah. And then if you go to the... Sometimes you have some ignorant people at the name, when you change your name, they're asking you, like, oh, this... You know, they're kind of figuring it out, especially when you're changing the gender. Like, it can be a bit complicated sometimes. I think that's what he means by dysphoria. Like, if it says F on the paper when it really is supposed to be M.
For me, I make sure to change it to M. Because I don't think there was an option for T. There was an option for prefer not to say, something like that.
Yeah. But when I did it, there was none of that. You have to go with F. All that shit had to be there. And then people are like, oh, but... How do you look like this? How do you sound like that? That's why I'm kind of blessed that I have my mom, because she would come to me to all these places, and if you're like wilding up, she would say, like, calm down. Like, she would back me up, like, because I get anxiety as well when people try to, like, show me up when I go to certain places.
I remember when I went to the Service Ontario when I was buying my first car, my license was still in the female, but then the name change came before I did the changes. Before I did the health card, so I changed my driver's license before the health card, because I did not get the letter from the doctor to change the health card. So I went to the Service Ontario to change my health card, and no, I went to a doctor. Sorry, I went to a doctor.
You got your birth certificate changed as well, or
it's just a name change certificate that I got because I wasn't born.
Oh, I've heard you talking about the sex. Oh, okay, I have all
gender change and everything. So when I went to the doctor, before I went to the Service Ontario, I went to a doctor. Surgery, like a walk-in clinic, and I gave them my health card, and my name was saying Kevin on the health card, but my gender wasn't changed, and she was like, Kevin Davis. So I walked up, and she's like, here's your ID, mom. I'm like, excuse me? And she's like, here's your ID. I'm like, did you just call me a mom? She's like, that's what your health card said. I'm like, didn't you realize that my name is Kevin? She's like, well, if that's what you wanted, you need to have it on your health card.
Nah, it doesn't go like that.
Somebody was telling me I could have made a complaint on her, but I was so embarrassed. I was so pissed. I didn't even want to see the doctor anymore. I just want to walk out of here and just cry.
Yeah, like, when I went for, like, my hysterectomy, you know how you have to go for, like, a consultation? That was horrible because mostly in the gynecologist's office, there's mostly pregnant women, and they come with their partners, which is their husband. And the lady's like, "Oh, he's here for hysterectomy. Constant, why are you shouting that out, bro?"
Oh my goodness, the whole entire audience.
Yeah, and my mom is there. My mom came with me. She's always like this. Why do you have to be so loud?
Exactly.
Just call me to the corner and tell me, like, why are you shouting? That's the only thing. Like, it's always good to have somebody there, like, even if it's a friend, parent, whatever, there, like, to be there with you whenever you go to, like, consultation or offices.
Renee says, I've got some stuff done, but thinking about having an F on legal stuff is what gives me the dysphoria. I have everyone lined up with my doctor, but need to finish. So if the F on your legal stuff is giving you anxiety, then you need to hurry up and get them off. Just brave up and get it off if that's what you want. Because I remember at school when sometimes they would call me Carlene and I would give them this look, and then sometimes even persons in the class would misgender me and I don't like it. And that was why I had to push hard and go all out to have all my papers changed. Because anytime anybody look at me and misgender me, I can back out my driver's license and say, does this look like a female to you?
Mm.
What does my paperwork say? You know what I mean? So when you have the paperwork to show that, then it kind of helps. For me, it helps me, because even when at Centennial, I changed my name to Kevin. The lady said to me, are you going to change your gender too? Because in the system, your name, your pronoun is still showing F, like a female. So even though you change your name, it's still showing female. So I went back to my doctor and I said, I need another letter to take to school, because now I need to change my gender in the system. And when I was to graduate, they asked me, how do I want my name to be pronounced and how do I want my gender and whatever. I went through the application and do everything. So as soon as you can get it done, it's better for you, because it's the anxiety. Because now, even the other day, I went to the beach and we were changing or whatever, and I'm like, I'm gonna change right here in the public. And my fiance was like, why? I said, the last time I checked my driver's license says male, so I don't really care what they see, because I don't see what they see.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, I never care. Like, I just can't be bothered. I just want to get this done, because I can just walk around. I'll just walk around naked in the house, and my daughter will be like, oh my god. Like, if she accidentally comes out and I'm wearing just a sport bra and a boxer, she'll be pissed. I don't want to, like, she don't want to see that. She's like, bro, why are you walking around the house naked?
Yeah. Nobody likes to see their parent like that, bro.
Like, so I'm like, I have to be running through the house like hopscotch. If I hear her coming, I have to like, don't come in here. I'm in here. Like, I don't want to have that. So, you know, I just want to get it over and done. So let me just check on this person. Somebody's asking why you like big clothes. Is that for me or for Haji? Is that for me or for Haji? Why do we like big clothes? Like, a lot of us wear our clothes with room. All the Amir and the younger folks like Cooley and Amir and RJ will wear the pants tight. Let me just see. No, apparently it's a question to see because like I was saying, Amir like his pants tight, and I'm saying I would never fit in a tight pants. Like it's not really my thing. So somebody's asking. That's why I'm asking if it's for me or for you, because I like my clothes big. See, I like pants for the room.
No, I like one size fit all, yo.
One size fit all.
I like my stuff loose. Yeah. Like I'll wear like a large t-shirt. I don't like it in small. I don't like nothing like that. Nothing too tight. It's always been like that.
Somebody say you have a good mom. Glad that she's supportive of you. That's a good thing. Amir says my health card, my passport, everything in my own name. I'd be like, it's Amir before they start talking, and they be like, that's what your ID says. These people need to be sensitized. I don't like them carry on. Yeah, but that's they have a point though, Amir, and that's why I had to go all out to have everything changed. I had to, because I'm tired of having to tell them before they speak. As soon as they look at me, I'm like, it's Kevin. So I either say, is Kevin your name or Carlin? I say, it's Kevin. And as soon as they look at me, I'm like, and my pronouns are he, him, and his. I just put it out there before they ask. As I get to school, on my paper, because my name change was still happening in school when I was filling out the form. As you get in school, they say introduce yourself and write your name. Write your name on your ID,
yeah,
and the name that you want to be called. I make sure I put Kevin at the front, and then I put Carlene in bracket. And beside it, I put pronoun, he, him, and his. Every time the teachers see my paper coming up, they know that is me.
Oh,
every time I hand in anything, I put it out there. Even if I go to somewhere for the first time in Canada, I went to do my taxes recently, and as soon as I get there and the person look at me, I say, pronouns are he, him, and his. Don't bother look for me from head to toe like you scan me. So if you're scan me, I'm gonna give you the answer if it's what you're looking for. I'm gonna give you before your metal detector give you something else, period.
Question. How are you when it came to Donna though?
Donna.
Because Donna knows my cousin and they're like churchy type people.
And Donna is a
so I don't really
Christian.
I don't really fuck with those, like, fuck with that.
I had to set her straight in a good way, not a bad way. She never did anything wrong. But one day when we were supposed to do some work or something, and I said something, and she's like, you know, look, I think she asked, where do we see ourselves working, or like, when she was getting to know us in first semester, because, you know, they do this analysis to check out who you are as a person and where you want to be. Like, who are you today, what are you doing today, like,
yeah, all
where
that
do you see
foolishness,
yourself
and you have to stand up in front of the class.
Yeah, because apparently they do that to assess you, to see where you're at, where your mind space is at, who you are. So I say I want to work with LGBTQ people, being the fact that I'm a transgender and a newcomer, and I have gone through a lot of the services. I have access to a lot of the services in Canada, so I can help people who are new and people who are trying to figure out where they fall on the spectrum. So then after class, she was like, you said you're a trans man. I would like to know more about it, but if you don't want to talk about it, it's okay.
She knows. She just want to be ignorant and nosy. That's what all of them are.
Sharifa tell me that she knows. So I say, well, because I'm an advocate and a peer educator, I like to educate people, and that's why I start my blog. Because if you know and you still want to know more, I'm going to teach you more. And I'm
not educating nobody that knows and they're trying to be ignorant.
No, but the thing is, when you rub it in their face, then they feel like shit. Let them feel that way. Because if nobody takes the stand and educate the persons who are already educated, they walk away feeling victorious. At the end of the day, I'm going to walk away with my head up because I taught you something and I make you feel like shit. If you're going to look at me and say, oh, you're a trans, what a trans mean, I'm going to tell you what it means in my definition. I'm going to tell you how to accept us and how to treat us when you see us. She never mix up my pronoun. Donna never ever misgender me. Even people she are correct.
Yo, if you know history with that woman from growing up, because I knew that person, that's my cousin's friend. Yeah, they went to school together.
She told me she's Jamaican Christian. She's like, you know, because of my pastoral studies, and it's kind of hard, but I tell people we have to accept each other. I say, you better, because if you don't, you'll be losing your life.
Hypocrite. I don't take nothing what they say.
Teens are like that though. Yeah, my teenage daughter, yeah, she like that. Them, like, as Hagi just say, kids don't like to see their parents like that, so.
Yeah, I don't even like to see my mom like that.
Alright, so Aju likes to wear his clothes big because it makes him feel more unique and more of himself too. So to each his own.
Oh, that's what they're asking you?
Yeah, the question was for you because I was asking if it was for me or if it was for you. So Cooley says, I go through the same thing. I told them my preferred name is Alex and I use he, him, and these people be saying mom. They get mad attitude. What's gonna go off? And my wife always have my back. That's good. Kevin, you have me and my son support. Ah, thank you. So that's Tasha's big brother, my fiance's mom and big brother. Say I have their support. So you know, I have support from miles away. I am ready to do this name change. The place just opened back, Kev. You already know you got me. Walk me through the process. Yeah, I gotta walk you through the process. No problem when you're ready. Amir, I can't change my name over here. It's not like here, like that. Here, it's not like that here. Oh, so it's easier to do it in Canada. I get you. That name gonna follow me. So my facial expression to these people will just do it for now. You're in Madrid. Yeah, the laws are kind of different there. Thank God that Canada become brother. Thank God. In Canada and in the States, you're able to do it, but work with it until you can't work with it no more. You know what I mean? Yannick, you guys have my full support and all the best in your surgeries and other endeavors to get to where you want to. And then Amir said, bro, respect to you, and that's I not educate nobody. Half of the time I can't stand these people, yo. She go with her pastor.
It's true.
She go with her pastor herself. She just gonna try to be careful, but I can bet she bitter all over. I can sense that she's bitter to somewhat because I hope there's no kids on the channel right now. So there was one day I was at school and I was flirting with one of my classmates. And somebody said to me, Kevin, why the girls are always over you? Because girls would fight to sit next to me in class because I'm very outspoken. I'm very outspoken, and I always take notes. So while I'm taking notes, they're reading what I'm writing, and they're learning because I break down things differently. So if the teacher is up there putting up a slide, as soon as Dana talk a lot, and
and her notes are horrible.
Her notes are horrible.
Yeah,
she have 5 words for a sentence, and she speaks a paragraph on the 5 words.
Yeah.
So for you to learn in Dana's class, you have to take notes. So while I'm in class and she has her 5 sentences, people, power, privilege, blah, blah, blah. And then she starts speaking a paragraph. I would take notes and I would write the notes. So whoever sits beside me would look at my notes, and sometimes they would say, take a picture and send me. In order to pass Dana's exam, I have to read over my notes and record myself. And then I listen to the recording basically to learn, because the way she talk and she goes around in circles, if your mind doesn't stay, then your mind will be going around with her and then you'll learn nothing. So for me, I decided I'm going to pass this class, so I took notes. One day, the girl was like, Kevin, every week is a different girl you have. Then I was like, yeah, that's how Kevin behaving. And Kevin, I thought you were a good boy. And that started a conversation. When class over, then I decided she wanted to talk to me. And then she want to ask questions about this and that and that. And I realized that she was curious, but also nosy.
Yeah, that's Jamaican people. What do you expect?
So when I realized that she was being curious and nosy, I was talking. So she was like, so you say you're a trans man? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, so you're going to do surgeries, every surgery? I'm like, I'm not sure yet. I'm going to do the top. That's what I'm sure about. So she's like, so how are you going to work with the bottom? I said the same way I've been working.
Yeah, but she shouldn't be asking you that question.
Like, no, because the thing is, like, I tell you, I'm open. For some people, they would think it's a disrespect, and for some people, they would say it's an invasion of privacy. I tell you I'm open. If I'm not open, I'm not open. Because people ask me on my blog questions and I do answer. I tell them I'm not going to say that on YouTube. Or depending on the context, because if I'm doing a child-friendly blog, I don't want to go off-road. But I'm talking adult context now, that's why I say I hope there are no children on it. So then, if I'm going to have a conversation with you, I tell you what I'm open to answer. And I said,
no, I get what you're saying, being open, but a lot of the times I notice with like Caribbean people, they're just naturally, it's like, they have no heart. Like, they just ask you. Like, the other day I was at work, one lady asked me, because I have a lot of tattoos, right? She's like, so you have tattoo on your dick?
I looked
at her and I said, why would you ask me that?
Maybe
no, but this is work. You don't ask people questions like that.
Some people are like I tell them on my blog earlier on, not everything is okay to ask. If you're not close of a friend with the person, don't get personal.
Shit, so not even my sister would ask me a question like that. And this is a co-worker. Nah, you don't ask people certain questions. It's just too to the limit, yo.
I did give her answers. When she asked me, I did give her answers. To the point where I asked her if she wants to see me dildo. She's like,
no, you did not.
Sharifa laughed. Sharifa was like, oh God, the Kevin. Me say if she want traumatized, let me traumatize her.
So what do you said to her?
I say, you want to see it? She's like, so what do you use? I say, I use my strap. She's like, but what is a strap? I say, you want to see it?
She knows what a strap is, yo. The girl act like she never used a dildo in her life.
Oh, she didn't.
She must have, yo. Oh, what kind of man she have? Well, I'm a beautiful black princess. And every time walking...
It was out, about 4 of us were there after class, and I was used to when I realized
why was she? Oh my God!
Because I realized that she's nosy. So like sometimes people ask from a good heart, and it's hard to tell them different. You know?
No,
so the fact that she's an older woman, you know, she left Jamaica very early, so she was not exposed to the LGBTQ, and she's like telling me, I don't have friends in the LGBTQ because of who I am, where work is concerned. So I get it. Like, I have a lot of people who never met a trans. I'm the first person who Sharifa would have maybe come close to as a trans, because she knew you and she never knew you were a trans. So when I got the opportunity to talk to people and educate, like I say, I'm an educator. Anything you want to know, if you want to know my bedroom, I'll tell you some of it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people ask because they want to learn, and I'm not gonna take it for granted that everybody who asks want fast. The fact that she says she's an pastor and she do counseling and something. Remember, no Christian people alone want counseling. So what if somebody from the LGBTQ come to her for counseling? She's not at liberty to turn them away. She have to listen. So I set the pace for her for other LGBTQ people. But for you would have said, me not tell her because she fast. But for me, by fasting, she must learn something. So how me get her to stop now? When she says, so what do you guys use? So I say, you've never seen that. I'm like, you've never seen a dildo? She's like, why would I see that? Where would I see that? Like, Kevin, come on, for real though. So you hear me? I didn't like this.
I know you watch pornography.
Oh, and not everybody watch porn. I was like, do you want to see it? The woman run. So if I was like, Kevin, you're too much. I can't believe you did that. She never asked me none more about my life.
Man.
Yo, she never asked me another thing about her life. Renee said, Dana was kind to me, but there were others who did not have the same experience. Me like her, but I have a problem with her. As fast as she be, tell her what she need, you know. Kelly say, I love Dana, you see it? But Jamaican people, they want to know and them don't know how to ask. Them prime bad. They say Dana always curious. Did ask me some personal questions that I did not answer. So you see, some people won't answer. But for me, I educate people about just about anything. Because like I say, I've done so many courses. I have so many qualifications. What am I going to do with them? Keep them in my head? Give it to people who need it. So if I know something about HIV and you come and you ask me, I'm not positive, but I'm going to tell you. Just like how me I do my exam and people ask me the answer and I tell them, because they didn't know they would not ask. One of the day me tell somebody answer, me say if they ever catch me too, we get
But I know, but like some people, like they ask certain questions just to kind of hurt you. So I like to protect myself. That's why I'm not like out and about telling people certain stuff. It's just through like past experiences.
Like, I don't know, but for me, I tell people, because this is the reason why I started my blog. I want to reach people. Just like how I'm here to educate people about transgender and trans men. A lot of people see us and just think we're confused. A lot of people see us and say, in head not good. And like my parents are praying for me to change. They might pray for me to change, but them don't realize what kind of change we gonna give them. Because they're praying for me to change and stop having sex with women and go back to being a girl. But God is giving them a different change. Kevin is giving them the change from a woman to a man, because that's who I am. So you're praying for change, you're going to get change. But what kind of change you're going to get? You want silver or cash? What kind of change you want, silver or cash? So Dana asks question, me give her answers. I never felt anyway. I never felt like she was being rude. I never felt like she was overstepping her boundaries, because I am an educator. How many other persons out there do these jobs? No. How many persons are doctors? They're doctors, they're surgeons, they're this, they're that, but everybody working at the hospital, right? So each person have their own portfolio. This is how I took up blogging, because I've always wanted to do it, but I never got the push. When did I get the push? At Sentinel. I've been doing medical stuff and put it on YouTube. Some of the stuff I delete, because after I started making my page more about motivational speech, I went back and deleted some of the stuff. Getting to the point where when I did the group work in Hassan's class, we were asked to choose a topic and start a movement or a campaign. My movement that I wanted to start, some people say they wanted to do the women movement, some people wanted to do this. My movement was stop discrimination against transgenders. Hassan came and he sat with me and he said, why you chose that topic? I said, because I feel like I'm being discriminated too often, and I'm tired of having to explain to people who I am and why I exist. Like, straight people don't have to explain nothing. You walk on the subway, two straight people, a man and a woman holding hands, kissing. We have to look at that and we can't say nothing. But if it is two persons from the LGBT, all kind of negative outbursts, like why? If we can accept you, why can't you accept us? If you even don't want to accept us, tolerate us. We're part of the human race too. We're a part of space. So why do we have to always explain ourselves? So in the middle of that campaign, while we're doing our movement, I gave them pictures of me because I'm a transgender. give them pictures of me using the female washroom, walking to the male washroom, and this person in the group decide that they're not using all the pictures that I gave. Went on Google and take down some people who they don't know. It's my movement, it's my group. You asked to come in my group because you want to learn about the LGBTQ. Now I put you in my group and you gonna come and take down picture of Ananda Cox or whatever the Cox woman the name. The trans woman? Laverne Cox. So the person took a picture of Laverne Cox. I'm like, okay. Then the person go and take the one next picture of a Google. I said, who is this? I don't know. I just see that pride showing trans woman pride. Do you even know if that person is a trans woman? A lot of people support trans women who are not trans women. Pride is different because when I went to the transgender mark, them other persons I saw, feminine persons, cousins of cousins, brothers of brothers, sisters of sisters, come to support each other. So you can't just go up on Google and take down some of the picture you don't even know who the person is. That makes no sense. So I'm like, Laverne Cox, yes, we know that she is a trans woman. So yeah, use her. But you're going to use other people you don't know. And some like a dumb sign. So I'm like, are you discriminating against me right now? Because I feel like that's what you're doing inside my group that is about discriminating against transgender. So when I spoke to Hassan about it and he's like, oh, you have a point and this is that and maybe you can take it further. Maybe you can make this a real movement. Because remember, the LGBTQ pride started from a group of trans women who were hurting or whatever. And I told him I know the story. And he's like, yeah. So maybe you can start something saying stop discrimination against transgender. And I'm like, I think I'd rather do a blog, like a YouTube blog. But I never said that to him. If I said it to him, I feel like I get the idea. People like to take credit.
Yeah.
So as my friend would say, he went to the lawyer. And the lawyer gave him the advice. There's no way the lawyer is going to prove that he took the advice. Because he just listened and then he walked out. So while I had that conversation with Hassan, I'm like, this might be my calling. Let me just wait until I finish school. When I have my qualifications behind me so I can say blah blah blah. So when I say stuff out there, people can't say I'm talking crap because I have my qualifications. So let me see if I'm missing anybody. Alright, America them Prime. Dana always curious to ask me or name, read that already. Them fast and have no boundaries. Yes, Fenica. Maybe thought it in them. Kevin have no behavior. I wouldn't say I have no behavior, I just have no boundaries and no filter. More like that. So you can live in Canada and not know one name strong. You can't live in Canada and no one name strong.
They know, yo, they're acting stupid.
Pastors be like that, LOL. Yes, but the thing is, even if she knows and she's playing the fool, I leave her with a memory. Because I was halfway opening my pants, because I always wear my straps. So I was like halfway opening my pants to show her. I always wear my strap, cousin. If I was, you never see a man without him dick, so you can't see without mine.
Yo, do you use STP as well? A stand TP device?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I don't use it all the while. It depends on the setting because it's not always accurate. So it depends on the setting where I'm at. Like if I'm going to like family gathering or stuff, or you're going to use a washroom nearby where everybody there.
Yeah.
We don't want to sit down because once you sit down, they're going to hear the difference with the urine.
Yeah.
So when I go to settings where I know I'm going to be places where people can hear the difference, then I first walk with it.
I
just stand up and then shh. But listen, me go to the bathroom, I take off my pants and put it one side, I go stand up and pee just for the whole idea of them hearing the pee falling from a distance.
Oh, I feel it. Yeah, that's the same way like
just,
me. But my mom, I told my mom,
I'm potty trained.
It's in your mind
I'm potty
that
trained.
people are thinking that.
No, they do think. They do. I went to a bar one night and we were at Angie's bar and I went to use the washroom. I was on my menses. That was before I started transition.
Uh-huh.
And you're not going to go to a male washroom on your menses.
But you could have just went in the store.
Anyway, in the male one, and what am I going to do with the disposal? What am I going to dispose? It's hard to dispose in a men's washroom.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, you were just on your monthly?
I was on my monthly.
Yeah.
And I went to the bar, so we were chilling. When it's time for me to use the washroom and to change, I was like, oh my God, I just want to go home. I don't want to have to go into the female washroom. So I hide and go in the female washroom. When I was coming out of the female washroom, my man said, "Bumbo class says a girl lit up the sun once all this time." I just walked straight to the bar and went home. There's no way I could stay in the bar again.
What kind of bar you went to?
A Jamaican bar, of course.
Yo, you went in the...
Always. I'm always.
Oh my God, yo.
That's the only place I go and hear my kind of music. Like, if I go other places, I hear pure Indian and Guyanese music. Yeah. I don't know. So I always go to Jamaican bars and pass. I don't care if they know if I'm a stud or a butch or a trans or what. That's where I feel comfortable. I'm not there to show them up or to take their woman. I'm just there to have a good time.
Nah, I know, but they can be ignorant.
Men always want to be ignorant and come across as if we are man, so we own this. a lot of times they try to hit on my woman. I'm out with my woman and they try to hit on my woman because they want to make me feel bad. But am I going to react? No. Because when you react, that's exactly what they want. I'm not going to let anybody get a reaction.
Ignorance.
So as soon as I walk out of the washroom, Pumbaclad, is a girl out there, girl, I'm going to dance and dog up the woman. So I left the woman and make a real man take her. I'm like, damn. If I had just never went to the washroom. But
oh my god. Let's go to Cruise and Tangos.
I go there a lot, but like
I feel comfortable. I like to be comfortable in my space.
I go to Cruise and Tango because all their washrooms are practically unisex. So
yeah.
Everybody wants to use anyone. Like most of the times I go downtown, but the music is different. The music is so Canadian. If all the performers go up, 10 people perform, I'll be at Cruise for 5 hours and only hear 2 reggae. I'll be at Cruise for 5 hours and only maybe 3 other regular musics I'm used to the dance hall. They don't play these things, and most of the people that are there are white. I wanna be in mixed gathering. If you go Cruise and Town where you see 10 black people, you know it's 10 of them. That's how it is. If you go there and you see 10 black people, you know all 10 of them. Am I lying?
No,
have you ever been there and don't see at least 5 black people that you know?
No, it's true though. You will know the same people.
Yeah, so I party in Scarborough anywhere because I'm a man and I'm supposed to go wherever I feel like. I'm not impeding your space. I'm not doing anything that I'm not supposed to be doing. I'm not there having sex on the dance floor. So whatever I'm doing, you can tolerate it. Period. Like Canada is not just for you alone. I don't see why straight people can walk up in any club and we can't. Why? Miss Straight. So people, I don't want to keep you all bored. So where's the next question? Any other questions for us? So yes, the fact that she's a Christian and she grew up in Jamaica and then she moved to Canada, she might not know a lot because she came here very young. She might know a lot, not know a lot. And I have talked to pastors. I have brothers who are pastors, like 3 brothers who are pastors, and they have been skipping the topic. They have been skipping the topic, and I spoke to one of my brother one day after I spoke about my 7 times being raped, and he asked me how can he help me because he felt like he failed me as an older sibling. He wasn't there for me to protect me from my abusers and the people who did those things to me. And I said to him, if you want to help me, help the young people who are going through what I went through, because I got through and I got my help. There are going to be a lot of them who will not be able to get help, and they're going to come to you for counseling. Make sure you be a better person than the persons who did me wrong. Because one of the pastors who had sex with me against my will, he was somebody I went to for counseling. And then he preyed upon my vulnerability and make things worse. So when people come to you because they are wounded or wounding, don't make it worse. And he's like, I promise you I'm not like any of them and you'll never have to live to hear that I am one of them. And I say also, when you go to your functions and you gather with these ministers, like when you go to your big conferences, preach about these things, speak about these things, because a lot of them are hurting young people. There are a lot of pastors out there who are bisexuals and gays, and they're just using the church as a cover-up. They're using the church as a cover-up, and then the young girls. Any good brands for STP? I got mine off Amazon. I have 2 actually. I got one off Amazon. It's kind of expensive, almost $300 for it. It's kind of the better one because it's more steady, but you still have to potty train because you have to be able to regularize the flow of your urine. If you have a heavy flow and it'll backflow. It's gonna backflow and then you're gonna drip. So you have to be able to train yourself to pee slowly and in small portions, like so it takes time to drip rather than a because then it's gonna overflow. You're gonna mess yourself up. They do have I got the second one at a toy store in Scarborough. Toy store is on Warden and Eglinton, close to the flea market on the opposite side. I don't remember what's the name of the toy store. I got one over there. The cheaper version, it does work too, but it's more flexible, so you have to set it steady so that it doesn't move. But I find that the hole inside is bigger, so you don't get a lot of backflow. The volume, the width of it is bigger rather than the one I got from Amazon. The width is smaller, like the
cup. Is the cup you're talking about?
No,
Bigger
not
or
the cup.
whole
The
part?
the point from the cup going down to the penis area.
Mm.
That part, the one I got on Amazon, is not as fat as, so you can hold a lot.
Oh, I hear you're
but
saying.
the cheaper
yeah.
one that I got at the Warden, it has a bigger hole. So the volume going down is a bigger hole, and then the sprout is much bigger.
So the cheaper one is better.
So the cheaper one works better for me.
Mm.
It's just that the more expensive one is more steady, like it feels more like a dick.
Yeah, I feel that.
So I'm like, when Dan asked me if I'm going to do bottom surgery, I'm like, I'm not sure. I like having variety. And because I have more than one dildo, I can always change sizes when I feel like she died. She's like, okay, Kevin.
Yo, you can be a 7-inch, 8-inch.
I'm sorry I asked her the thing. She's like, I'm sorry I asked her the thing because now you're giving me this mental picture in my head that I never asked for.
But you wanted it.
So I'm like, I'm not sure if all of
Yo, where's that place? What are you saying tomorrow, yo? Where's
it's
that
at
place?
Warden and Eglinton. It's the adult stores. You know, my friend works there. One of my friend on IG, she works there. Well, I know her in real life because we party all the time. She works there. It's Eglinton and Warden, right across from the flea market. There's this plaza. So if you're coming from Lawrence, so going towards Eglinton, it will be on your left, across from the flea market. So as soon as you see the flea market, if you're taking the bus, you can get out of the flea market. Just walk it. Once you get out of the flea market, you can sit on the left. But you can call to see if they're open because I don't know.
I feel it.
You can Google them. I can look for the number and send it to her, then the address. So people, yeah man, the pastor them enough. I full joy this session. Get to hear from some real OG. We stand as one. Zimmy, big bro, keep up the good work. Yeah man, I keep up the big work. I'm practically wrapping up now because I don't want to have you all here for too long. I mean, you understand how your phone, so I can't see how far I reach. I have 10 minutes to go practically. So 10 minutes wrap up my tours. Is there anything else that you all want to ask us? Anything else that you want to touch upon? Because this is it for me and Haji, like right about now. But another Transman will be coming on very soon, and I'm gonna have a gay guy coming on very soon too. I'm just waiting for him to fit into my schedule. So let me just wrap up. If there's anything I missed, and if there's any more questions, let me know. Yeah, Dana I love Dana. Jamaican people real fast, very costume. So the pastors be like that. Kevin, you are doing great things. If you affect one person, it's important as the larger movements. Exactly. So like I tell people, my channel will start some more, and if they read my bio in my channel, I want to be the voice to the voiceless and bring hope to the hopeless. So for people who would have wanted to talk to people like Donna and weren't able to talk to her, I'll speak for you. But remember, when I speak for you, I speak in my own tone, my own language. So the message might not get to her as exactly as you want it to, but she must have learned something. Because out of that conversation, if she's educated enough, she will know that she can't just ask any question. Because some questions are private. So if you want to get private, I'm going to be private and personal with you. You've never seen a dildo, I'll show you one. Because there is Google. Like, why don't you go on Google?
It's ignorance. I'm telling you, it's ignorance.
I wish you'd have just stood up and just flash it out. Sharifa, I wish you'd stood up and just flash it out and just traumatize her since that she won. Just kidding. No, don't share my video because if that's not your problem. But Dana is my friend. I love that.
You gonna see this?
I don't know. Remember I saw the YouTubes there.
Oh yeah, you never know.
But I like her. She cool and we get good grades in our class, so we don't have no beef. No beef.
You're done with her. That's why.
Yeah, we're done with her. We exam and we result out. It was I good. Tell her, bro, Marcus, we need to go out. Amani, look. Sheriff, Amani, look. Sheriff, if you come by my live.
She's still on there?
Yeah. Oh, if you come by my live, I invite out Marcus. Amani, look, eh? She so replied, Sheriff, look, man, Marcus, we need to go out. We have to go out. I want to plan a line for my VIP people them from
Yo, where's Renee though? Like,
Renee is still here, but Renee, did you move back out of town? Because Renee is not in Scarborough like that.
Where like
I don't know if Renee want to talk.
Renee in a drive though?
Renee drive.
Yes,
so
it's
Renee
not hard
can
to
find
come.
whoever we can make a link. Because we were supposed to have a send-off party for the LGBTQ social club, but we never get to have it because of Corona. So I know that I have made a STP before Jesus, but it's not great in a prayer. You know, so we can't fight. We will fight Renee. But even if I say it, you wouldn't understand. Renee more fight you. Renee say, I know that I've made a STP before, but it's not great in appearance. Renee, where you make it out of? Then Renee, just like how you get the idea to make one. You know, if you say you can start your own STP business. Because I have this vision that I want to create that, but there's a different way I want it. I want it to come with the strap and the harness and everything.
Everybody come together, right?
Yes,
then instead of buying it separate.
Yes, because if I had people in high places who make those things, I would tell them how I want it. I want it to come like everything in a boxes, everything, and it come with the cup here. I just put it on like a regular pants and just go up on the road. If me get that, me don't want a bottom surgery.
I feel it.
You know what I mean? Because I don't mind changing from size 6, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 back and forth. You know what I mean? Rather than go have one and then if the one too small, too big. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So I'm like, yeah, if I could get one and get everything in the same place. So this is very interesting live. I enjoy this. Thank you for being here, Shakira. And I'm glad that you people are loving my life. I intend to go places, so you know what to do. If you've not yet subscribed, please subscribe now. Share the videos, share this video, because there's a lot of information in this that people need to learn. And Haji's mom will be coming on very soon, so she can give you the understanding from a parent's perspective. What does it feel like to be the mother of a child who's a trans person or who has been going through transition? What does that feel like? She's also going to give some advice to parents when your children or your child, if a child or a family member should come out to you as a trans or a part of the LGBTQ, how you can handle it, how you can help the person to cope. Kelly Brown, yes, me, I look Marcus, Sharif, I look you. Go away. Marcus now look at your direction, go away. What about Marcus all shy?
Who said that?
Sharifa.
Sharifa's on crack, yo.
Sharifa, you see the man all this time, you never give no chat, so why now? You like trans? Talk to me. We spend on my ears, you like trans? She not hear me. Renee, I'm a few hours away from you, but I can drive. Alright, so Renee, ready for your link up. Kelly, bro, me have a question. Marcus, why you never tell me though we were friends?
Ooh, which
Sharifa.
is Kelly? Oh, that's Sharifa? Why?
I
just don't like randomly come out and tell people like that. I have to be in a situation.
I told you, he's not gonna just come out and tell you. What would be the reason to come out and tell you?
What am I supposed to say? I'm trans?
How would he start a conversation? Who's calling me? How would he start a conversation? Hi Sharifa, hi class, I'm trans. Marcus not like me. Every class I attend, as soon as I walk in and they say introduce yourself. When you reach to Kevin, hi, I'm Kevin, I'm a trans man, FTM. My pronouns are he, him, and his. And then they tell us something else about myself. The first sentence in every class.
Yeah.
That's how I base it. Because I remember I still have visible breasts, you don't. So if we feel like we're skimpy, we like a little, suppose we want large breasts because I wear extra large so I have more room. If a day comes and me feel like more and wear something large and my breast go show, I don't want people frightened.
Yeah, I heard you saying.
Because then people are going to attack you in a way where they will make you, it's going to come like you didn't say and we didn't know. I remember the first time I was caught in the female washroom. Oh my God. The bunch of Muslims were running. Oh my God. There's a man in the washroom. I'm like, shut the fuck up. What do you mean by if you don't think I can read?
Yeah,
I can read. It's not women alone use washroom. Like, I know women alone superior. Men superior too. Yeah. She was like, oh my God, I'm calling security. I just came up before they called security.
But even if they
did not want the embarrassment.
No, but even if they did call the security, you can't get in trouble.
Yeah, but I don't like embarrassment. Can you imagine security come and talk to you in a female washroom? Oh, that go look. That would not look good. So the moment them say call security, just go out and go in the manual.
Even though I pass well, I still go in the gender neutral washroom.
That's the one I use for the rest of the time. But from that day, I stick to the gender neutral, and as soon as my period was done, be a man washroom. Don't that means the gender neutral if they're near to it. But strictly men, right?
I feel it.
But even there was a time when some of the men washroom have a little hole in between the door. So sometimes when I'm
Why did they make washrooms like that though?
Me don't know who them want people and them. They must
because you know when you go to the mall now, like the upgraded washrooms, you can't see that.
Yeah, I know who are not supposed to do that.
They changed it now.
In the men's one, it used to be like that because most men who go in there would turn their back and pee, so they don't care if somebody see their back. But there used to be a little peephole like this. So when you go and you sit, I have to squat with my head down so nobody can see. And that was why I'm like, no. Anytime I go in a man washroom and I see the people, I go to the gender neutral.
Oh, okay, I feel it.
I'd rather be in a female washroom and see a female looking at me rather than me trying to pee and a man peeping in there. Like, that's embarrassing. That defeats the whole purpose of being a trans. Sharifa, you're not going anywhere in Marcus. So, I have some ideas for STP and Packer design. No money to start the thing yet, Renee. So, yeah, man, Renee. A thought from the mind can be the action that comes next.
You can just draw out some
another
images.
Motivational talk. A thought from the mind can be the action that comes next. Kevin thought about becoming an advocate, a peer educator, activist, and a motivational speaker. And here I am starting my YouTube channel. I need to thank my supporters, my subscribers. This morning I look at my channel. I was at 668 subscribers, and I must say, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for sharing my video. I've just started real blogging like since March. That's like April, May, June, July. That's like 5 months practically. And I'm already at 600 and something subscribers. I need to hit my 1,000 subscribers within the next 30 days. I'm trying to get there. People, share the video. Ask a friend to come and like the channel. Subscribe to the channel because I'm putting out information for free. This is information you'd have to go and search Google to find. Some of these information you'd have to go to a counselor or a lawyer or somebody who's a social worker and pay them for their time when I'm giving it to you for free. So, if past 100%, I would not tell anyone unless I needed to date you or educate you. So I get you, Marcos. Yeah.
Who?
Renee say, just like how you say you wouldn't tell Sharifa because there was no reason to just get up and start randomly. And
no, I just
Renee say,
yeah, because I have to protect myself too, right? Because I don't know what kind of person I'm randomly coming out to tell, right?
You never know if it's like transgender, right?
Yeah, I've been in situations and then they go tell everybody, every single person, then you just fuck your whole self up, and then I have to stay in school for like a whole like 2 years. I don't want to get like in an uncomfortable situation, right?
Isolated because of me come out and tell everybody, and I remember there was this person who never liked the idea, like what the girl name? I'm not sure if I know that girl name.
How she look?
I
couldn't know them too.
I'm trying to remember. There was this. I think Renee would have met her. Ludi or Lodo. I think her name Ludi or Lodo.
How she look though?
She looks more like a Pakistani kind of person. Have a little Indian looking here, but she sound like somebody from the. She speaks Arab too. Whichever country speak Arab, which country speak Arab? Me don't know.
Afghanistan.
Whatever she name, me don't know. Me don't know about original Jamaican. Me know black people and white people. Me know. And two different people. Me know black and white. Me just come and find go learn about the Pakistan and the Philippines them and all them something. Them. Me never know about them. I'm not ashamed to talk. Me just learn about them. But anyway, they speak the Arab language. She says she's supposed to wear this something like the Muslim them, but she doesn't because she's
against it, or
it's not against it. She says she's very rebellious.
Oh, okay.
So she's very rebellious. So I could be confusing her with somebody else, but I know the person name is Lulu.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to set her straight. So we were putting one Hassan class again, and we're supposed to do one group work. And they say in order to find your group, you must tell the person 3 things about you. And then after the person give their personality trait, you should decide if you wanna be in the group with that person.
You I never had these type of groups.
Because I don't know which class they you choose.
I was in Hassan's classes too. And he never did this with us.
I don't know. So we decided to go around and talk to everybody and ask them 3 things about them. I asked the girl 3 things about her. She said 1, she rebellious. 2, she not take, like, apparently she's a no-nonsense person. I don't remember what the 3rd one was. When it was my time, so they say you can talk to the person about their personality, why you would work in a group with them or why not. So I said to her, I don't think I could work in a group with you.
Yeah.
She's like, why? I said, because you're rebellious. And she's like, so what does that mean? I say, I'm a person who, I'm a very spiritual person, but a lot of persons say I'm not a Christian, that's their belief. But because I'm very spiritual, it's kind of hard to work with rebellious people because to me it's a conflict of interest. I'm also a positive person where I like to see people achieve and be their best. I help people to be the better version of them. But if you're a rebellious person, how am I going to help you to be a better person or the better version of you? Everything I say, you're going to counteract me. So it's going to always be an argument. And I'm like one of the persons where in group dynamics, the personality traits say, you either confront the person or you shut down or you avoid. I tend to like to avoid. Not a bad thing, sometimes it's a good thing. I'm the person who prevents rather than having to cure. So if I see a child and the child is gonna fall, I'll prevent that child from falling rather than the child hit the head and I have to take the child to the hospital. So in different situations, my personality can switch. So I tell her I will avoid people like you because you're gonna trigger me. No, I can't drink because I don't know when my surgeries. I have 3 dates and 1 date is in August. So I have to wait until they confirm with me.
Oh, plus, shit. So what happened to last time? You don't even see a drink.
I never got the date yet. That was the thing. I'm like, no, I'm not so stressed out. It was Monday. I got the email and they gave me 3 dates. So I choose the 2 first one. So I have to cut off drastically right now.
Well, at least yours is just drinking. Mine, I can't smoke.
No smoke too. There's a no drink, no smoke.
Can't do no weed, nothing.
Because the drink I could have like maybe 1 a week or something, but because I don't know when is my surgery, so I don't want to encourage the whole drinking thing. So when I told her like I can't be with somebody who's gonna be bashing everything I say, how am I gonna help you if you're not giving me a chance? So long story short, she said to me, so you can't work with a rebellious person, but you being a trans man, isn't that rebellious? Jesus Christ, girl, make you do it. Renee. When the female say me rebellious because me come out of the sex where God put me in and I'm going to one next one, why she do
it? But why? How is that rebellious though?
I sit her down nicely and I say, have a seat. Because right now we need to talk. She's like, no, I'm going for my smoke. I said, sit down, you're not going for any smoke right now.
Was she really rebellious because she smoked in her culture?
Listen, she smoke every 5 minutes. Sometimes I saw a teacher, she just put up her hand and she go and smoke. She finish a pack a day.
Shit.
And she got tell me some rebellious because I'm going over in our next sex. I said, let me educate you. Something like that, you cannot say that to any and anyone. Because somebody else different from you would take it as an offense and you would never hear the end of it. You can get a lawsuit or that stuff like that. You cannot come across to people in a
and you have to be careful how you
and speak. As a social worker, let me educate you. Because you're going to go out there and do the same thing. And you'll be fired from your job so easy. You cannot attack a person's sexuality, their identity, their gender. People's decision are people's decision. We're all adults. So if you want to ask a question, change the way you set the tone.
You don't even know the person's mental state.
You don't know my mental state.
Because I could have been suicidal, whatever.
And
just
you ever said to me, say, I'm rebellious
careful.
and I'm going against the gender that I say, I'm not going against the gender I was born with. On paper, the doctors them choose to write that I am a girl. Me never tell nobody I'm a girl. When we go to school and them read the book, I am a boy, I am a girl, I am Pam. Me never read that part there. Me never read the part to say I'm a girl. Go down and go ask Miss Palmer, the primary school teacher. Go ask her if Kevin did read the part to say I am a girl. No. Everything in the book, me circle, I am a boy. In the book, I remember in grade 1, I circled the part to say I am a boy, and the teacher asked me why you circle that. I said that's the part I like.
Yeah,
I'm only 6. When I go explain to you until I say that part them like, so I hit my circle. So period. I'm not going against the will of my people or God or whatever. I'm living my truth. So on paper, them choose to write that I was a girl. I feel them business. I feel them error. But right now, where I'm at, I'm syncing my body with my brain, and I had to educate her. I said, I feel like a man, I feel like a boy all my life.
It would be nice if they can just like put this clothes and wait till people get older to pick that.
I would have loved if they could have done that. When they reach the age of choose with gender.
Yeah, or even 5.
And just
I could just
it, say
what I want, like shit.
But I tell you, me don't love for the day when you get there, but the heterosexual people are not going to be okay with it because a doctor suggested that on a blog one day, and the amount of thousands and millions of comments that came out of it, they were saying they were hoping that the society will get to a place where they don't put a gender on the paper. at birth.
That would be
And let
nice.
the parents or the kids decide when them get to a successful age or a mature enough age. There, it was one big debate. So yeah, I had to sit her down nicely, and I had to tell her that you don't attack somebody like that. And this is why I say you are gonna have problems with your rebellious behavior. How are you gonna introduce yourself to a total stranger? Tell me 3 things about you. 1, I'm rebellious. 2, I don't take bullshit. And 3, nobody know why you're 3.
But nobody said I don't take bullshit. How are you gonna call us?
But the 2 first things we already say about you speaks volume. Anybody is gonna look
Nobody
at
know
you
want
and
to
know
talk to you.
if you go to a job and they say tell me 3, if you go to a job interview and they say tell me 3 things about you, you're not hired. Right away the interviewer have nothing else to ask you. Because if you're rebellious, you come mash up the company. Everything with the boss put in charge, you're gonna come break it down because you are rebellious. So I'm like, no, it never work. I sit her down properly and I educate her and I encourage her and I say to her, you have to change the way you think. You don't have to, but let me tell you, if I were you, this is something you need to look into because Canada is different.
Yeah.
Canada is like a big sea, and if you can't swim, you're going to drown. Me can't swim and me walk through the sea because I know my limits. I go to the pool the other day and I look stupid on the camera. I never care. Because this is me living my truth. Me can't swim and me now going to the water go chuck off like me a swimmer. I paddle and I push my foot and I push my hand and me had fun.
Yeah.
This is my way of having fun. Live within your means. If you're not a teacher, don't go, they go take up teaching. If you're not a blogger, don't go, they go take it up. If you're not a motivational speaker, don't try it because you will mislead people. Know your facts and study your material before you go out there and try to
What's my grandma say? Monkey climb too high, but he exposed.
Yeah, of course, the higher the monkey climb, the better I'm exposed. So there's another way to say it. Monkey climb too high, but he exposed.
Yeah, she always
if you
says that.
don't know what you're doing and you take it up on your head and move with it, then you might cause problem upon yourself. So when she go tell me say she rebellious or something, I didn't bother going to group with her. So I had to set her straight and say, be careful when you speak to people because a person's gender and sexuality has nothing to do with class. We're talking about tell us something about us. And I didn't even get to tell you my 3 things about me yet. And you go tell me, say, me a rebel because I change. So me say, somebody said to her, but you smoke. And in your country, women are not supposed to smoke.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not in my country, man.
Oh my god.
Somebody say, your country, women are not supposed to smoke. She said, that is why I'm not in my country because I'm rebellious. So I'm
Person
like,
sounds ignorant.
yeah, so people, I'm going to thank you all for being here. I'm going to need to go home so Haji can go sleep because Haji love to go bed early. Yeah, I'm over my 2 hours. It's okay, I can always go further, but I'm not going to exhaust you. We can always have different days, different times, do different topics and stuff. So people, I thank you all for being here. Thank you for being here from start to finish. For those who have been here from start to finish, for those who did not get to watch the full video, you can always go back and catch up on the video. I think she should told me that people are going to take advantage of my kindness. Hold on, I've heard the same thing from others. Let me just Renee say. I've heard the same thing from others in my life in Ontario. People are protected, so if appealing to kindness and respect doesn't work, I bring the legal aspect on them. Period. Yep, that works. LOL. Think she told me that people are going to take advantage of my kindness. I told her I hope so. That's why I got into social work. Yeah, I get into it because I want to help people, but at the same time I don't want people to take my kindness for weakness. So I'm now limiting the way I do things and how many people I help and what I help them with or how I help them. I'm narrowing down things as I go along because even on my blog I'm doing stuff. I'm doing different giveaways and I realize that sometimes I give people stuff and they don't return. Because I'm a kind person and I tell people I don't pay tithes and offering anymore. So the money they want me to use to pay tithes and offering, I rather help somebody who's in need. If there's somebody out there and them pitney want a shoes to go to school, instead of saying go get the pastor so he can buy a new vehicle, I rather help that child to go to school because at the end of the day the Bible says if you help people, help your neighbor, kind to one another and all them stuff. They say if you go kind of the pastor alone and get it. How often do you see churches buy shoes get pitney? How often do you see churches pack grocery bag and carry with the elderly people in the community? Very few churches do it. So when me give my money to the church and the pastor get there and half of them done they molest young people and I molest other people, like I rather give the money to a child who needs to go to school. I rather give it to a family who not have no grocery. I see people go to church and come home now have no dinner to eat, but they make sure them pay them tithes when them go to church, and then make sure them drop them offering, and the pastor go home to nice rice and peas and chicken, and you are come home to tin mackerel and chicken back. Sorry, me not do it. If them having a pledge, I'll pledge. Because my mother have pledged for our church the other day, and I send a good money go give her. Them a pledge for change the roof of the church or something, I send money go give her. Them a have rally, we send money go give her, because I want her walk up in her nice suit and dance and rock and dash out her $1,000 bill them and her $5,000 because yeah, me send money go give her. That's different. But me if you take up my tithes and offering send on there every day, I'm not really sure more of that. The Bible says if you pay 1/10 your offering or something, but there was also a next time when in my understanding the pastors used to collect the money and save it for you and give you back when you need it. So when did it become a part that you have to pay like you have paid dues every day? I'm not sure about that. Because I remember enough things that was said in the Old Testament was brought back in the New Testament. Because Moses came to buy back a lot of those laws. Because people were taking things in the Old Testament too literal. Like an eye for an eye. You drink in my eye, I jam me back in a yours. You push me, I push you back. You box me, I box you back. They were taking it too literal. A lot of people were being hurting as a result. A lot of crimes were committed because them say man who lie with man for dead. And if you walk and look shady, them kill you. My interpretation of the scripture, you know, they're word for word, but if you can read with an understanding and interpreting, an eye for an eye, people are kill people because of the Bible says so. Them say all gay people for dead based on people understanding, so as soon as they see somebody will look gay like them kill you. Suppose you're not gay, like you just have the little syndrome, then you walk a certain way. They will kill you. So the Bible changed a few things. God sent back Moses to come and buy back the law. So people are taking things too literally, and it's full time for them. Stop and let people live. Live and let live, to each his own. So Hadi, is there anything else that you want to say to them before we go?
Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe and like the video as well, eh? Thank you. If you have any more questions, just hit me back up right now before I dip.
I got 2 minutes to take question. If there's any question, run it now. I'm just gonna make the video run for 2 minutes. Say whatever. So it was a good video.
Yeah.
Kevin taught enough, like me told him already. Taught enough. That's why I told motivational speaker and activist. But I go and go with me. I made chicken chow mein for dinner.
Oh, okay.
But because I was kind of running late, I just run out and didn't eat some.
Oh, you didn't bring it? You should have brought some.
If I bring it, then I would be eating after and like. If I go eat after, I can just eat them and go home.
I feel it.
Any question? Somebody say amen, somebody say facts. That's why I'm gonna give church. That's why I'm gonna give church me money. Yeah, but it's sad, you know. So that's why I say I give a lot of people on my channel stuff. I'm gonna have another major giveaway month end if all goes well. Money another problem is just based on my surgery. It depends on which date I get. If I'm not able to come live, then other people will know what is what. Somebody will know what is what. I'm gonna give away a few $50 cash. I'm gonna give away some top up, $10 top up, $100 top up, whatever. It depends on my mood. There is no script to how much may I give away. I can't say I give away $50, I only give away $2. You can't tell me how much you give away. I can't say I give away $50, I only give away $2 because it's my money and it depends on how I feel on the day. Because if I say I'm gonna give away $50 and the people who turn up are not deserving of my $50, I'm not gonna give it. I give according to my pocket and according to my flow. I don't feel like I should be bribing people to watch my channel. You want to be here to support me? Be here to support me. It's not about the money. But I promise you, when I get rich, I'm going to remember all I know. I'm going to remember all I know. Trust me, when I get to the place where I want to be, because I'm the type of person who never forget where I'm coming from. You know, a lot of people get rich and get switch and them switch. I'm not that type of person. A lot of people in my life right now, or who has been in my life today, can tell they know me from childhood. And they can tell this is always me helping people from childhood. So I don't just get rich and switch. And you see, I'm always shouting out people like, there's some persons when they go on their life, they don't shout out people like, you have to be here. No, shout me out, man. I can time out my business schedule to come by or something. Call out my name even if you can't pronounce it. You know what I mean? The things that you do, it go far away because you never know 10 years from now when I get rich and famous and this live a circle and then somebody say, you know Kevin? Me hear Kevin a big up on him live. Me never know you know Kevin and then you're like, oh a 5 year me and Kevin are apart. From Kevin at 200 subscribers I was with him. These things go far away. People need recommendation all the while. And just by calling somebody's name you can get a job. If you just say, oh, I know Kevin, the ex-police from Mandeville, blah, blah, blah. If I was a good person in Mandeville and the police department still hold me in high regard and you go there for an interview or just anything and you say, you know, Kevin who used to work at Mandeville, I know him, he's a good friend of mine. Name goes a far way. And if I'm a bad person, you mention my name, you're not going to get the job. Alright, people. Bye everyone, positive vibes for your future surgery stuff. Alright Renee, thank you very much. Blessing Cooley. Alright, that sounds like it guys. Remember to like the video, share the video. We just doing a closer look for Aji because we dark over this so far from the camera and lights and stuff, so give you a look into the future. Peace out people.
How many people
Kevin.
are still there? 22?
I think that one freeze. Let me see how much upon this.
We've been on here for
16
2 hours.
on this, 19 minutes, so 2 hours and 20
Alright.
minutes. Alright, people. Thank you all for being here with us. Until next time, what good. Let me see when this reach. Hold this. Check if anybody else coming.
Blessings. Bye everyone. Alright. Positive vibes. Alright.
So we catch up.
Yeah, wrong on the video.
Alright people, have a good night, a good evening, a good afternoon, a good week, and stay tuned for my next live. My next live will be on Friday. I might have a speaker on Friday. My next live is Friday at 7 p.m. and another one will be Saturday at 7 p.m. Stay tuned. Big up. Bless. I make sure it's out. You know,